Hush, my little ones. You must be exhausted. Come, sit and rest a while, and I will tell you a story of dungeons and douchebags. In a far-off land, a death curse has befallen everyone who has been raised from the dead. Its victims waste away day by day. All efforts to reverse the decay have failed, and none can be raised, for death claims them all. The souls of the dead are being stolen one by one and trapped inside a necromantic artifacts. Only its destruction would free the trapped spirits and allow the dead to be raised once more. All paths lead to Chult, a mysterious land of volcanoes, jungles, and the ruins of fallen kingdoms. Below them all awaits a deadly tomb. The trap is set, and these brave adventurers have taken the bait. Ileana, the half-elf paladin.
I'll do my best to fight alongside you.
Thalia, the wood elf druid.
I don't know if we can trust them.
Ava, the turtle monk.
Oh, good. You're an idiot.
Lucian, the high elf cleric.
Life is so short. What's the shame in having a little fun?
Mask, the Azamar rogue.
What secrets are you hiding?
And Ak, the Arakocra bard.
The flute. Really? Have you seen my beak?
Do you know where you are? Welcome to the jungle. You're going to die, for none have survived the Tomb of Annihilation. Last time on Dungeons and Douchebags, Tomb of Annihilation. Our heroes had discovered that Zalcor, their host and the self-proclaimed queen of Nangalore, was in fact a Medusa. And immediately afterwards, Thalia ended up dumping some ashes into a flooded pit of snakes. This roused Zalcor and her ebony minions to fury, and a fevered battle ensued. In it, Artisimba revealed he had an enchanted ring that gave him control over ice. In the end, our heroes emerged victorious, though not without cost. Thalia was petrified, as was Mask, despite him having the idea to hold up a mirror and put it in front of his eyes. However, Azako had been blessed by a Chewinga, and it gave her the ability to free one from the petrification curse. Thanks to Lucian's suggestion, they freed Thalia, who they said would be of more use on the journey, leaving Mask behind and promising to come back for him eventually. The battle wasn't for nothing, however. As with Zalcor and the Ebony dead, they could lay their hands on the Black Lotus, and an enchanted boat that at least Otis seemed to like. Will they return to Black Lotus to Kirsabal? Will they ever find a way to free Mask, or are they even interested? How the hell does a Medusa's petrifying gaze manage to pierce straight through a mirror? That is some bullshit! Find out on the next episode of Dungeons and Douchebags, Tomb of Annihilation. Last time on Dungeons and Douchebags, Tomb of Annihilation. Our heroes had discovered that Zalcor, their host and the self-proclaimed queen of Nangalore, was in fact a Medusa. And immediately afterwards, Thalia ended up dumping some ashes into a flooded pit of snakes. This roused Zalcor and her...
Hello, welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Douchebags, Tomb of Annihilation. I am your Dungeon Master, Xander, and joining me tonight are my lovely friends and co-workers here at Internet Remix, at Vas.
Hello.
Uprising Attorney.
Hello.
Filbert of the Dubland,
Hello!
and Kamik the cat.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. We are down 2 members tonight. Kristen is off having a vacation. Like, what? And so she will not be here. Playing Ava will be Uprais, an attorney, or as I like to call, ascending lawyer. Yeah. Old joke.
Funny.
That joke's never been said before. Yay. And Alex is fucking dead. So don't worry about it. No.
Well, he's not dead.
Mask
He's
is not
just
dead.
taking a break.
Mask is petrified, and Alex is taking a break because Alex needs a break, and Alex deserves one because that man works hard. But hey, it conveniently worked out that now Mask is out of the game, so we're down to this current cast. I also want to take a moment, since it happened while we were in the intro, to say special thank you to Hair Drag for donating $250 to Team Annihilation. Thank you so much. And we're going to continue tonight's session where we left off, which was in the jungle, because that's where we've been this whole goddamn time. Cue the music. Or in this case, cue the sound effects.
Roll 20 isn't working for me. Give me a hot sec.
Oh, don't do this.
As hot as you want it.
Okay. Lukewarm.
Okay, I can simmer it down a little bit. I can turn down the heat. Adjust the
you.
gas. Yeah.
Trying to get it so I... Can you guys hear the music?
Not anymore.
No.
I could before, but now I cannot.
Hold on.
What have you done?
It's...
Go away, Fabagath. Wrong stream.
Ooh, what's this?
Can you hear that?
I'm just gonna have to go back on roll 20.
9.
No.
Alright, well, it's been like
wait,
2
yeah, I can
minutes
hear it,
into
but
the
it's really
stream
quiet.
and we've already messed
Yeah,
up
it's...
tech-wise.
funny enough, it's at max volume right now. So...
Yeah, it's weird. You checked all the levels before we started and everything.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna try a thing and just like... Can you hear that?
Yes,
That's good.
that's good. Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
can
fine.
hear that flute.
Is that a good volume, or does it need to be lowered?
That's good. No, that is good.
Cool, awesome. Well, we're gonna continue where we left off. So, you guys had just you'd gone to sleep, camping not terribly far from the Arakakra monastery at Kirsabal, where you guys had been making your way back to from Nangalore, following the great tragedy that was Mask's petrification at the hands of the Medusa there. Seeking help and seeking answers, or just wherever, just hopefully trying to find something on your way to wherever your journey takes you next. You guys have camped about like a little under half a day's travel from the monastery. The night prior, many people went off and you spoke to one another. Artists and helped Ava unveil essentially that she has a folding boat, essentially, which can either unfold into a small sailing rowboat or into a large seafaring ship, which in the process of opening toppled a number of trees in the nearby vicinity. It's fine. It's fine. Deforestation's gonna happen anyway. But yeah, that is where we left off. We now pick up the next morning as you are all pulling, what's the word I'm looking for? Breaking down camp, getting your morning food situated. Azaka, as always, going off on her first hunt of the day.
Are there any paws left?
You don't know. Actually, Ack, make a perception check.
There we go. Okay. Perception.
You take a look around, and actually, you do see a boar about 50 feet away in the thick of the jungle from your camp, just kind of plodding along. And you take a moment, you notice it, and then just after, you just hear the sharp whistle of an arrow flying through the air and kills the boar. And Azaka comes along and just suplexes it and continues on her hunt.
I want to see Azaka in like a really shitty makeshift boar costume, hunting down a boar.
She would never debase herself like that. Also, thank you for the bits.
Or like that one scene from Ace Ventura.
Yes.
You know the one.
Yes. But yeah, that's going on right now. Is the rest of you are just kind of gathered, packing up your supplies, getting ready to continue the hike. If there's anything anybody wants to do, now is the time to announce it. Otherwise, yeah. Anyone want to do anything? Any words that need to be had? Or
we had
a lot of words yesterday.
We did.
Thalia is exhausted of words, so.
Yeah. Good, cool. Yeah, everybody is just
Liliana's a little dead inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And artists and Dragonbait kind of keep to the sidelines, just kind of on their own. They help out. They help pack everything up, but they're kind of steering clear of a lot of you guys. But you guys pack up and you guys set out to make your way to Kirsabal. Today, actually, I need to roll for the weather because that's the thing we didn't do last session. So let's roll.
Obviously, I'm telling about that weather.
It is a normal Chilton day, no precipitation, and a fairly strong wind blowing, but nothing that hinders travel. And also, can I get 3 random encounter? Can I get a morning random encounter roll, a noon random encounter roll, and a night random encounter roll?
Oh, you got it, babe.
All right, I'll do in the order of rolls. Cam, you rolled 19. And
19 to a 20.
cool.
Oh, well, not 20. That must mean the best random encounter.
That
right?
must mean
I
something
guess
happens.
We're all dead.
Ooh,
I wasted my luck for the session.
The boar god
There it goes.
came back, found that all of his brethren were dead.
Ooh, woo. Okay, let me click the random encounter generator. Okay, and then.
Aww.
I don't like that.
Okay, cool. Cool. No doubt.
I don't like that more.
Anyway, your morning as you guys are packing up is lightly disturbed. Nothing entirely. This has happened once before, but once again it catches you guys off guard. You hear just the sounds of wings, like a lot of wing beating, and suddenly, a whole flock of 11 flying monkeys just comes passing through the area, bouncing through the cheese, soaring between branches, and they just seem to be making their way somewhere, who knows where. But a couple of them do take interest too. I'm doing random rolls here because that's more fun. So between Lucian, Ak, Ava, and Thalia, Artis, and Dragonbait. So that's 6. I'm gonna roll a d6, and then see which person they decide to pick on. That's gonna be Thalia.
Okay, that's
no.
good. It's not like she's fucking tired enough already. She was.
Hey Thalia, what's in your inventory? Let me take a look at your inventory.
A fucking lot of shit. Most of it is money that I didn't bother counting out.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me double check to make sure, like, if there's like a saving throw, because it's been a while since we've had the flying monkey encounter. It's one of those fun, harmless encounters.
This is not harmless. What if they take my things?
Yeah, Thalia. Yeah, so it's just like it's just loose gear on you. One of them grabs and just takes off with it. So looking in your equipment list, let's see. Okay, equipment. What's loose on you? It's gonna grab as you're just kind of going through your belongings this morning. It's just gonna grab a whole handful of cinderberries from your hands and then fly off in the jungle.
My berries.
Yeah. Also, for the record, because the audience is asking, they can't see the rolls. I'm doing all of these as GM rolls to hide the results.
No, but I mean, you can't even see like our rolls that we made for the normal.
Oh, because I forgot to scroll down. That's why.
Yeah.
There you go. Fixed. Okay, cool. But yeah. But that's really what happens. They just grab a handful of cinderberries and fly off into the jungle.
Oh no.
I curse at them as they. How many berries is a handful? Like 5?
No, just one. A whole thing. Yeah, I'll say about 5 berries. 5 berries is reasonable. They just take 5 cinderberries and just go off into the jungle.
They take my berries. I'm like, Fuck you stupid pieces of shit! Those are my berries! I throw a stick.
They just fly off into the day to the, yeah. Yeah. Noises. So, that's what happens early in the morning. But other than that, no other random encounters occur that, aside from just random animals that cross your path, nothing that deserves outright combat. So, Thalia, can I get the survival check made with advantage for navigating to Kirsa Ball?
I mean, it's really hard to mess this one up, but I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you're fine. The party will. Yeah, you guys can move. It's not even gonna take you about a half a day to get to Kirsa Ball from where you currently are. Actually, are you guys moving? What pace are you guys moving at? I forgot to ask that. Fast or normal?
I mean, fucking normal. We're like right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it will take you half a day to get to Kirsa Ball. So that'll be like about midway through your travel. And what you guys do, you guys arrive at the cliffside of Kirsa Ball, between Ack and some other Aircocker friends helping you guys out. It takes about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour to ferry everybody up to the cliffs of Kirsa Ball, where you guys are welcome again, as always. I assume you guys are heading for the central monastery?
Yep, going straight there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys make your way up the path along the cliffside through the cleansing chamber, going through the process of dusting yourself in chalk, salt, and gold, doing the proper ablutions as always, and then making your way up to the central monastery, where monks are, as usual. Not all of them are out and about, but a handful of them are present in the temple, doing silent meditation, occasionally swooping out through like the open balcony, flying around for a bit, then coming back. You guys haven't explored this central monastery that much, so you guys are just kind of been relegated to the this central open chamber, if you guys recall, the one with the big maze pattern in the floor. And for the sake of time, I assume you all asked that you wanted to speak with Ashara again, and
Yeah,
so
I mean,
yeah, they fetch her.
obviously.
So like one of the attendants like flies off to go and find her, and just tell you to wait patiently here in the central monastery and just don't talk. Just don't make noise. So.
Kind of want to play something.
There is the soft, like, chiming of quiet meditation bells here and there. I mean, if you wanted to try and harmonize with that, Ack, you could.
Sure, fuck it, let's do that.
Okay, what instrument are you playing this with?
I forgot what I have actually. Lutes. Yep, got a loot.
Make a performance check.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, you begin to just very quietly start, like, strumming, like, not even, like, a coherent, like, melody, no, not, coherent, like, yeah, melody or rhythm. You just strung chords every so often in tune with the bells. And it's not even really just a song, it's just idle playing that goes kind of along with the quiet, meditative state that is in this chamber. And the monks actually don't seem to mind. They don't actually seem to really care. You're playing respectfully enough, and it actually kind of adds to this kind of, like, contemplative atmosphere that is present in here. Yeah, and soon enough, yes, you see the elderly, red-feathered form of Ashara enter the temple, you know, hand on her walking staff as usual, walking in, and as she approaches your group, she gives that deep kind of head bow she has given you guys before, and she says, "I welcome you back, but it has come to my attention that not all of you are present."
We had complications, and that's the second thing we want to talk to you about.
Yes?
Well, let's do the first thing first. We got what you wanted.
You found the black orchid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, most excellent. May I see it?
I was not carrying it, so whoever is.
I think Ileana grabbed it.
Yeah, I think
She
Ileana
just
was.
very quietly picked it up.
Yeah.
She's kind of just keeping her eyes on the floor.
And she walks up to you and, like, just kind of places one of her, like, very well groomed talons underneath your chin, and just kind of like raises your head up a little bit, and she says, "My child, are you all right?"
She just like shakes her head a little bit.
She looks at you, looks at the group, surveys, and she kind of just seems to understand and just gives like a small nod. And she just says, "The jungle is a dangerous place. I am sorry for your loss."
He is not dead.
"No," she cocks her head. "Well, then, I would say that that is not completely terrible news."
Well, it isn't good. We fought a Medusa, and both he and I got turned into stone.
She nods.
We could only...
Queen
Don't save me.
Salcore, yes. I see that you had run afoul of her.
Well, she's
She's dead. Well, and the Ebly?
also.
She like seems to like straighten her, and even though like you guys are very kind of somber about it, she seems actually kind of like pep up at the news herself, and she says, "Oh, well, with the gardens clear, perhaps my people can finally begin making scouting expeditions for supplies. I thank you twice for this deed. Now then, this black orchid you had fetched. Let me see it." And she like holds her hand forward at you, Ileana.
Kind of like as she like reaches her hip, Ileana actually kind of like instinctively jerks it back a little bit and like lifts her head up a little bit and just says, "Did you happen to know anything about petrification?"
Petrification. She kind of like furrows her brow and glances around the floor. You watch that as she looks at the floor, her eyes actually begin to like slowly trace the maze indentation in the chamber, almost as it's just kind of like a habit of thought now. And she says, "I know of it. I have personally not had the experience of incurring the gaze of one, of a Medusa in this case. I've also heard of the petrification of basilisks. I do know that for the petrification of Medusas, if that is what you're referring to, I can only be removed with a powerful restorative magics, of which," she like kind of like continues a little sadly, "of which I only possess a lesser form of restorative magics. It is beyond my knowledge and any knowledge that may be found here, but such things are not impossible to find. There are those who have the abilities, there are things that carry such powers, and there are entities that may bestow such things upon you. Such is the way of the jungle. So, all is not lost, at the very least. I would just be more concerned about keeping his form intact while you try to find these things."
Well, if it is truly as you say that your people may go back to where we fought, then it may be fine because we left him there, locked in a room.
Then I would say that he's fairly safe enough. But she kind of like goes off and sighs again, and she says, "Well, I would just, I will ensure that the scouts I send out there ensure that he is intact. Though if, and I mean this with all due respect, if should any parts of him break off before you're able to restore him, from what I heard, if you just kind of, hold them up to where they used to go,
Ileana looks horrified.
it will fix itself. Like if his arm falls off, it will not. He won't.
She looks even more horrified.
If his arm, she
I could stifling a laugh.
And she continues talking. If his arm falls off, well, then that is fixable. His head as well, that is also fixable as long as you can stick enough of his pieces back together. He should be fine.
Ileana like gives the flower to somebody else and quickly walks out of the room. She can't handle this conversation. She actually cannot handle this conversation.
Fallon follows her. She kind of like looks back at them and then is like you know that parent look, like I'm gonna go talk to her, but she's not actually gonna go talk to her. She's gonna follow.
Did you actually give her the black orchid before you left?
I took it.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah, like Ileana basically like handed it to the person closest to her, which I guess in
Cool.
this case, she just like pushes it to him and then just like really quickly walks out of the room.
So you two quickly leave, and Ashara just turns to you, Lucian and Ak, and looks back at where they left.
Thank you very much for your wisdom, teacher.
I have
That being
upset
said,
your friends.
It was traumatic to say the least. She's young. She hasn't experienced anything like this, like the jungle before, so
Well,
it's
To
difficult.
pardon the pun, she's a little bit fragile.
I do not mean to come across as callous when I say this, but it is good she learns what the jungle can take away from you before it gets too much. She has
I would
learned
agree with you.
she has learned a valuable lesson, but I feel for her pain. Loss is something that in some way or another affects us all.
Yes, and it's lucky in this case that there's potential for this loss to be reversed, but she will probably carry this for the rest of her life.
Well, loss
we
is
all
a
have.
loss is a terrible thing. Now, and she like has taken the black orchid from you, Lucy, and she like looks at it and begins to like kind of like prune at it. It's like various like petals, and she says, "Did you want me to perform this ritual now, or are you delivering this for a later time?"
For a later time, and we're actually wondering if it would be possible to cultivate.
Cultivate. Well, I can keep it within my garden and study it, and perhaps in time be able to have a better understanding. How long do you and your friends think you would be gone for?
At this point, we don't know. Our next plan would be to travel west to Oralunga, but after that, who knows what may happen out in the jungle at this point.
Yeah.
She nods. Well, if given that you are gone for a long enough time, I might be able to cultivate it, but it is a complex thing. We shall see. We shall see.
Even if we don't come back, that's the last and only one we're able to find, so it would be worth it either way.
Nature finds a way, my child. Nature always finds a way.
Of course. Thank you, teacher. Oh, and if you send scouting parties out, the vegetation is a rather...
Hostile, believe me, I
Yes.
know. Believe me, I know. Have you ever been strangled by a tree? It is not an enjoyable experience.
I will take that off my bucket list.
Asphyxiated by a flower earlier. That was about it.
Yes, the man traps are a little deceitful. I'd keep your eye out for them going forward.
That's the plan.
Now, is there anything else I can help you with? Or will that be it?
We should tend to our companion and get going. Thank you once more, teacher. You are more than gracious.
Very well. You are always welcome to stay here.
That means a lot in a jungle like this.
She nods.
Heck takes a huge bow, considering the fact he's been continuously playing this entire time and no one seems to have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and Lucien will also do head incline and then turn and follow to where our companions went.
Alright, and you follow them out. Thalia and Ileana, you guys fled outside. Your companions join you shortly thereafter.
I mean, Ileana's basically kind of been like hunched by a wall and like holding her face in her hands, just repeating like, "It's so
Thalia's just sitting right next to her. She's just squatting right next to her and kind of looking away, and she has her. She's not saying it.
She's like trying to calm herself down, but she's also just sitting there like.
Lucien will look at this. Look at Ak. Look at Ava. Realize that, like, literally everyone else is more qualified to deal with this than he is. And probably just go find a nice, quiet balcony, like, kind of nearby, but at the same time, like, this is above my pay grade as fun uncle.
As the Funkle.
Oh,
Ava
yeah.
goes to the library because she was allowed to go in the library, and I can't roleplay Ava.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ava's trying to find anything that she can, even if there wasn't enough technically information. I feel like Ava's like, no, I refuse!
Okay, cool. So for the sake of expediency then, how much time are you guys spending at Kirsabal? Or are you guys getting ready to set out ASAP?
We're probably gonna stay the night, and also I don't even know where we're going next.
Okay.
Or
I thought we were going to go see the Oracle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, Oracle.
That's why
Or
Artis is
Alonga.
traveling with us, because he's on his way there too.
And
Agreed
Azaka
to detour.
and Azaka mentioned that she knows the Oracle, so.
Yeah, so we're all going there together.
Mm-hmm.
Safety in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it takes a while for Ileana to fucking calm down. Oops.
Ooh, no. Roll to calm down.
Cool.
That would be a good idea, because I'd probably get a nat 1. And she literally just flees from everyone.
Oh no. I'll say just make a wisdom save. No, just make
Oh
a
my
wisdom.
god, really?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Oh no!
You're not in the best place right now. It's not a natural one, but you're just still kind of in a flighty.
I'll try. What do I roll to have comforting mother auras with my hand on her back?
Make a charisma
If you
check.
touch her, she's going to flinch.
Make a charisma check.
A strength check to slap some sense into her.
I don't have calm emotions prepared. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Charisma check is you do exude a fair degree of motherly energy. To calm Ileana down.
I'm exuding more than Thalia. Fuck you, Thalia.
You missed a whole session where we bonded so much, and then we talked for like 3 hours afterwards.
Yeah, it was great.
Stop metagaming.
Stop metagaming. Okay, so yeah, you guys decided to spend the night here at Kirsabal then. Artis and Dragonbait are also up here with you guys, but they're still keeping like to themselves, like just kind of like staying out of the group business. Azaka's down at the bottom of the cliff because she's not about heights. So I will say that the night passes. The next morning, you all get ready to set out. I'm gonna roll for weather.
I'm gonna roll for survival, just in advance.
Cool, go for it.
And I'm also gonna get started on those D20s.
It is actually.
I'll roll one of those as well.
I'll roll the
It is
third.
actually.
Yay.
It is actually 20 degrees cooler today with no rain and no wind. So it's actually a little bit more bearable. So that's my.
Ah, yes, cold, like my soul.
Yes.
Let's
indeed.
go at a fast pace, the fastest of paces.
Because then we can actually get a good cool breeze going.
Yeah. You guys wanna set a fast pace today?
Yeah!
Okay. Let me go ahead and get some jungle noises back up. Jungle daytime. Crank that shit.
Crank that shit.
Okay.
Mosh
cool.
pits to this.
Well, for today then, let's see. You guys moving fast, but you guys will not be able to send an extra token today.
Damn it.
Yeah, so you'll just have a penalty.
You can't move an extra token.
No, I can't because it's so you guys have a penalty to your passive perception, which makes ambush all the more likely. But keeping that in mind, we'll move forward.
Great.
Cool. Yeah, it's great. Don't worry about it. Don't stop metagaming.
I honestly didn't even know there was a drawback to the moving fast Delta just now. Because you didn't say anything.
Oh, I've said that before.
Like in session
Yeah, maybe like
one
at
or
the
two.
first-
Yeah, probably like take better notes. But yeah, so.
I don't look at my damn notes. I take good notes. I just never look.
That's
But you people
beautiful.
take notes? Shit.
You guys should see the notes of my home game. It's like fucking binders full of just like every little minute detail I've mentioned because they think it has some plot relevance. Remember that bird from session 1? It's the bad guy.
Well, you say that, but one of our season finale villains, like, we had no fucking clue during my World of Darkness thing.
Oof. But yeah.
Like, none of us realized it until, like, he had blown everybody up and poisoned our NPC that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, stupid NPC got poisoned.
You know,
Shut up, it was beautiful! Sorry, I'm still edgy about it. Alright, keep going.
I was thinking, we have a foldable boat that expands to a very large size. Do you think it would be prudent to just unfold it and camp in the boat sometimes if it's dangerous?
Well, like, you say that might, like, Ileana isn't talking to anybody now. I'm gonna say that right now. Me as a player, I'm sitting there like, ah!
I mean, Lucian's just kind of like airing this thought because, I mean, we're stuck in a boat together.
I think that's a good idea in theory, but if something were to try and punch through it, that might be our boat ruined.
Mm-hmm.
True. On the other hand, should we ever have to, how to put it, make a very large impression on something, imagine throwing it and then activating it.
If we want to destroy the boat.
Or the thing that we're trying to destroy. It's an option. I'm not saying to do it, of course, but it's interesting to think about. Magic is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Alright, so you guys are departing from Kirsabal. Thalia, you already rolled a survival check. Which tile did you want to move to?
Trying to get to Oralunga, right?
Yeah, that seems to be the general direction of which you're going in.
Okay.
So we don't know what the river looks like.
Yeah, that's the only unfortunate thing, is that we have no idea what the river's going to be fucking doing. But we also know that it's probably a lot less likely that the infection thing is going to be on the water. Or like the undead or whatever. So in the long run, it might be a good idea to just stick on the water for a couple days.
Yeah, but there's no way we can really stay on the water because this goes
I'm
down
not saying stay on
here.
it the whole time, but like if we can avoid the undead as much as possible, then
Yeah. Well, I guess we can get on this river. We know that the river goes down here. And I guess if it goes up, then we can go that way. Maybe it connects to this one.
Well, I know we want to avoid the canyon south of Firefinger, if I recall correctly.
Where's the canyon, though? Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yes.
So we might as well just stay on the water for a little bit.
Yeah, so we can go south on the river, see if it splits off past Nangalore, and then if it doesn't,
then we can just get off there and...
Yeah, as long as we're generally heading west.
Uh-huh. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go walk. Your travel day will be spent walking back to the river, and then next day will be river travel.
Yep.
Dude, the river's right here.
It's still 10 miles, and you can move 10 miles in a day, and you can only move one tile today.
Damn it!
I'm sorry. It's still 10 miles.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because technically you guys are if we use the dot of Kirsabal's reference, technically it's 20 miles, but since Kirsabal is a dot in the between 3 different hexes, I just consider you guys still on this hex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just go to the river.
Okay, cool. So you guys will hike down there for the day. Cool. Yeah. Just a pretty brisk hike through a relatively colder jungle today. It's a lot more bearable for some of you. It's definitely not as oppressively hot. It's the general regular temperature is about 95 degrees humid, and today it's about 75 degrees humid, so could be worse. But other than that, the travel day goes actually very smoothly. You guys don't run into anything of note, and the day passes by as just one of the many other days traveling throughout Schult. For tomorrow's weather, since Talia is always on that. And as you guys are walking,
That's totally
you guys
the
are hiking.
toll of the group.
Yes, you guys are walking back to the river, and she just says, like, Azaka, she says, "So, how are we doing on supplies?" Because
Well, we
aside
still
from-
have good berry in the water, so.
aside
Yeah,
from
I've been casting Purify Food and Drink every...
all right, how are we doing on the bug, on some of that insect repellent you guys got? Because I'm starting to get a little bitten. And she occasionally has to, like, smack her neck from mosquitoes.
I've still got a bunch here. Take one of mine.
Oh, thank you. Well then, I guess we don't need to go back to Port 9 Zero anytime soon. Alright, cool. Sounds good to me. So, next day the weather is, it's standard temperature, however, there's light rain and a light wind that blows around. So you can...
I can't believe the sky is feeling my feelings and crying for me.
Exactly. Okay, cool. And Talia, since you don't have this on the map, you're just following the river, I assume.
Yep.
Cool. And yeah, fast pace, normal pace.
Normal.
Alright, so you'll get to move 2 tokens per day. Following the river, here we go.
It's gonna
You guys
do. We
begin.
can too.
Yep. You guys begin following the river as it flows. The river Olung as it flows southward.
Oh,
Or
it
rather-
goes like straight down.
Technically this part on the map is actually like a bend, but that's the only token that occupies the river space. But yeah, it does go like, it dips. I say it flows southward. That's not true. It flows northward towards the sea, but like all the rivers in Chult, it has a very sluggish, almost non-discernible current. So it's completely irrelevant as to which way it flows.
Does the map not clear when we go past bits, or?
No, because none of you, unless any of you are skilled in map making, none of you can...
I thought Ack was familiar with maps.
I mean, I'm familiar with
I
cave
thought
systems
Ava
and mapping best shit out.
Oh yeah, Alva.
Ava has, does the cartography thing, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
the one who
should
was
be
the
doing
cartographer for her like old grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it,
Does she have in her inventory a cartography tools, or is she just proficient with maps?
Let me see.
Yeah, I would check to see what actually she has in her equipment.
She has a lot of stuff. Holy
Yes.
shit.
She bought all of her gear.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah, so you guys, you guys can always go buy one from Port 9 Zaru, but yeah, until one of you actually has the requisite gear to accurately begin making maps, yeah, that's not gonna help. Like, you guys could, like, try to, like, kind of, like, sketch out your territory, but on the great big, like, Chult map, like, that's, like, it's hard to, like, map, like, specific terrain features. That's what you guys have been doing with, like, Nangalore and Oralunga, is, like, they get marked on your map for you. So you can, like, and, like locations are kind of easier to, like, to scratch down, but for, like, the specific geographic features of, as to, like, you know, how exactly this river flows, that's, like, more, I need to devote time with my tools and someone who's proficient with map making to actually accurately do that. But yeah, that's the first day along the river. Next day, let's do the river. Let's do the weather. It's standard all around the board. Normal, humid, not rainy, not windy day. Survival check. Normal pace or fast pace?
Normal.
Okay, 2 tokens. And can I get 3? Count them, 3.
Oh, no.
Random encounter
I'll get
rolls.
one.
Cool.
I got one.
Shoot.
And 19, there we go.
Oh wait.
Oh wait, hold on. Fuck.
No,
Alright.
I did
Take
one.
Dahlia's. Dahlia did
So yeah,
first.
it's okay. So it's just Ileana,
1,
Lucian, and
20,
Thalia.
16.
Yep. I got you. Where did my macro go? There it is. And this is on the river.
If we run into a fucking gator, I'm gonna murder you.
Okay, cool.
I don't like that.
Is anybody swimming?
No.
Okay.
We have a second
well,
boat now.
Yeah, well, so the first thing as you guys are going down the river today that is of note is that for a while in the afternoon, you guys are being, like, pursued by, like, a some swarms in the water of quippers, which are essentially piranhas, but like they just seem to like follow behind the boat for a long while, but they don't actually pose a threat to anyone who's not in the water. So
God damn, don't scare me like that.
yeah, right. So that's that. And then yeah, you guys are gonna move here. Wait, that's gonna go. I gotta fucking use my finger on my fucking screen to pinpoint where I am. There it is. Okay, so you guys get there by the end of the traveling day. Near the end, as you guys are kind of pulling off the river for the day, getting ready to like set up camp, a group of people are coming down. Another set of boats are coming down the river, and they all seem to be like wearing like leathers. They seem to be like military oriented, or at least have like they seem like they're dressed. And you actually recognize they're wearing the leathers and symbol of the flaming fist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It seems to be another patrol that for some reason my dice aren't rolling. There it is. Yeah, there's about 9 of them total. And a couple of them are accompanied by what look like big old raptors. But as they pass by, like I said, for the sake of expediency in these random encounters, they ask you all to display your charter of exploration, which I believe you guys still have.
Yes, we do.
We haven't lost it yet.
Nope. Avo's the one who holds that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, then, after that, they're more than happy to share information and talk with you guys, and yeah. But other than that, after some like just exchange of words, kind of asking if you guys like need any help with directions, they move on. They're just patrolling, as is the usuge.
Yeah, I guess I guess I would have asked if there was any news from upriver.
Upriver, like they say, you know, they make a point of being like, well, nothing really. It's a lot of nothing happening in Port Nyanzaru, a lot of nothing happening in Fort Belowarian. There's a problem with some fallen trees up north near Port Castigliar. If you guys want to actually, there is, and he turns over his shoulder and says, what was it that Commander Porter said? And this other flaming fish gentleman says, Commander Porter said that there are some interesting footprints up near Port Castigliar that no one can really identify. Feel free to go up there if you're ever in the region. Give them a look. Something weird's out there, but that's the extent of my knowledge. The other guy continues, yep, but other than that, there's fuck all really happening in this jungle.
And I guess, I'll also, like, kind of ask, which general direction this river continues on as it goes into the continent.
River Olung, we haven't really charted that much deep into Chult. To our knowledge, the River Olung continues south to Lake Luo, at the base of the Peaks of Flame. Not at the base, but like miles north of it. But it continues to Lake Luo. It doesn't really connect with any of the others from what our charter reports have said, but we don't have a map of the region to correctly identify where that goes. That's just what we've heard.
Much appreciated.
Yep. Unless there's any other questions, they move on.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Cool.
And I guess after they move on, I guess I'll mention that we may want to split and start heading west. If it just keeps heading south.
I agree, yeah.
Azaka nods and she says, I don't know, I'm not familiar with this part of the jungle, but we might need to start cutting across actual land. I mean, I personally don't mind leaving a boat here when we actually have a folding one in our possession.
Push
Plus,
comes to shove, it can all fit in the bigger version.
Plus, she like pulls out the map and she says, well, if Orlunga's over here, I don't know what any of, I'm not familiar with these Camp Vengeance, Camp Righteous areas. I know that one of them is a ruin. I can't remember which, though. Either way, I feel like we could always see if we could maybe find another canoe somewhere up there if we ever in need of one. Because I don't think if we leave one here, it'll be back. It'll still be here when we come back, rather. So we might need to look into getting another one somehow.
Can we not hide it?
We could. I'm not saying we don't do that, but I'm saying that there's no guarantee that however many days it takes to get there and back, we'll be able to find it.
Yeah, I mean weather and all that too.
Yeah, exactly. If there's a tropical storm, the river will flood and take the boat with it.
True, true.
So I mean,
Well, there's no sense in carrying it with us.
No, it's entirely too heavy. Dragging it will only slow us down.
Yep, I'm fine for leaving it.
I'm fine.
I mean, we could try to bury it a little bit. Put it upside up, dig a small pit, put it upside down, cover it with the stuff, mark it on a map.
Yeah, that could.
What is the canoe made out of?
It's
made
of
of wood, right?
Yeah, just wood.
Untreated
Is it
wood.
treated?
No, it's treated. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're well made. They're well made canoes.
Oof. I mean, if you guys are up for it, grab a shovel. I've got several. No, I've only got one, but let's pretend it's several. Yeah? No?
Yeah, sure, fine, I'll help.
Yeah, I'm
I
willing
don't have
to.
a shovel, but I'll take turns with you.
I can give a hand with that too.
Ava, use those big scoopy paws of yours.
Fuck off, Ack.
Ava says, "Fuck off, Ack."
Cool. Yeah, I will say that you guys dig a relatively fine rut into the ground of which to bury and help hide this canoe in the ground upside down. And hopefully you can remember this location later on.
Can we not mark it on?
You can mark it on your map. You can mark it like roughly where you think you are, and also take note of like the nearby because it's close enough to like this bend in the river. They're like, okay, let's take point of landmarks and just hope that you guys don't forget where that is. But yeah, you can very very easily enough kind of like make general notes that'll help you find it later on, should it still be there. But yeah, other than that, the day is. Oh, excuse me. That's the end of today. Tomorrow is the next day. If there's anything else anyone wants to do tonight.
Other than say the little prayers.
Little prayers.
Say the prayers because you can't do it!
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow is blessed with a strong wind, light rain, and normal temperatures. Can I get 3 d20 rolls for the random encounters?
Let's see if I can have lightning strike twice and have a really shit roll again.
Yeah.
I'm doing my survival.
Yep. 12 for the morning, 2 for the evening, sorry, for the afternoon, and 1 for the night.
One more for the evening.
I'll do it.
Okay. I kind of like that if Thalia does the survival and then we do the random rolls.
Yeah, I like that too.
It is, yeah, it's because it's just us.
Yeah.
And then we can just alternate who does whichever time of day.
Yeah, I like that too. Alright, cool. So Thalia, which token do you want to move to? And also fast or normal pace? Or slow?
What do you guys think?
Let's go fast!
Normal. We're going through Undead territory, probably.
Let's speed run it!
We'll go to here. Just this one. Just classic.
Fine. We'll do that.
Just normal speed?
Sprint.
Yep.
Normal sprint. Fine.
Alright.
Super fast.
You
Super
guys
fast speed.
will get there by the end of the day.
Yay.
Okay, cool. So that's the day. It's a day of you guys fold up the magical boat, you hid the other canoe last night, and now it's just a continuous westward trek through the jungle, trying to find wherever your journey may take you next. So that's, unless there's anything else I want to do that day, that's really it for now.
I don't know, mostly complain probably. Walking sucks.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
through the jungle.
Oh, it's the worst. Okay, cool.
Ack is just smugly looking down on everyone doing what he does.
So the next day...
Ileana's just quietly walking with everybody.
The next day is... It's cool. It's cooler, I think. Yeah, it's cooler. It's 10 degrees cooler with a strong wind and no rain. On this next day, can I get this navigational roll?
Yep.
You got it, Daddy.
Don't
do that.
Don't.
Do not.
My main D&D group calls me Dungeon Daddy, and I hate it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, if anything,
love
just to
that.
piss you off, I think I'd use that.
Oh boy.
I love them so much. I don't
I
know
love
them,
it.
but already I feel a deep kinship.
Can I get a night roll, please?
Oh, sorry. I'm too busy. I'm sorry, Dungeon Daddy. I've been busy.
All right, every single one of you has disadvantage for the rest of the campaign. Oh, so we have 3 random encounters today. This is gonna be fun. All right, cool.
Oh, like actually, like 3 things are gonna happen.
Yeah. Which token do you
Kill
want
me.
to? Which token do you want to move to by the end of the day?
I mean, here.
You've all contracted eye-eating fucking parasites. You have
Cool.
3 days to use your eyes.
Ack
Alright.
contracts that one parasite that gets into you by swimming up your pee stream. It goes in your penis.
Why is that a thing that exists?
Because nature is terrible.
It exists in the Amazon, so.
I am a piranha. They live in the Amazon.
Everyone knows that if you pee in the Sahara Desert, a tiny little rhinoceros will climb up your pee stream and poke you from the
Can we
inside.
not right now? Can we really not right now? I don't need this.
I need to just not think about that for a hot second.
I need it to stop.
Talk
whatever
amongst
it is.
yourselves while I roll random dice here.
Well, I would, but Liliana's a little traumatized.
Thalia did. Oh, I thought you were still talking about the pee stream thing.
No!
Illy, do you want to fly a little bit? Take your mind off it?
She just shakes her head. Look. No, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay. If you want to, just let me know.
Lucian's gonna. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I was gonna say she just nods.
Lucian's gonna kind of walk a little faster and catch up with Thalia.
Sure. Okay, cool.
I don't really know how to deal with the younger ones.
To be honest, I don't either. You really think
Oh.
I have this much experience in that?
I mean, you're definitely doing more. You seem to have experience, or more so than fuck. What I'm trying to say is that you are definitely doing something, whereas I'm doing nothing. As someone who is doing nothing, who would rather be doing something, yes.
Well, she seems kind of amused by Lucian's kind of stuttering. Well, you can just do what I do and fake it till you make it.
May I be meta for just a second?
What's up?
No metagaming. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Since I leveled up, I got a new thing, and I was just reading through it, and what is Mask right now? Is he petrified.
Petrified.
Or paralyzed? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ignore me. We're all good. Nothing's changed.
Anyway.
I mean, faking it is no issue. It's just more of, I don't know. It's difficult to relate when it comes down to. That sounds terrible. That's not That's not what I meant at all. It's just that.
No, I know what you mean.
I'm old compared to her. She's so young. She's a kid. By so much.
Yes, at least 100 years. I know how you feel. Exactly.
I wish there was a better way to explain things, and I don't know. I'm a little blasé, but I do follow a death. I don't. The more I talk, the deeper a hole I dig. I should just keep walking.
It is fine. I think if you really are at a loss for words and you want to support her, the best thing you can do is be a shoulder to cry on, which she has many shoulders to cry on.
Yes.
But,
You hear Max shout, but mine's fluffier.
Many shoulders that are more desirable than my own.
well, mine doesn't seem that desirable either, as much as I try. I really want to connect with her. I understand what you're saying. I see so much of myself in her, but I feel the same as you. It is very difficult.
Yeah.
Artist calls up ahead. Hey guys,
Yeah?
we got something up here.
Oh, great.
Good something, bad something. Something.
You see that he's like relatively close by, up ahead in the jungle from where you guys are. Like not like up ahead where it's like, oh, let's be stealthy. It's just like you guys see probably like no more than like 25 feet in front of your party, 3 monkeys, just regular looking monkeys, no wings or anything, just kind of loitering around in the area. And as your group kind of like steps into view, that's when you guys notice each other. Like the monkeys turn to you guys and they like cock their heads and they like slowly and cautiously like begin to like plod over to you guys.
Why?
Like they just
Time
like,
to break out my animal skills.
yeah,
I think this is you.
Thalia is animal mom.
they begin like approaching like slowly enough, like their heads are cocked to the side and they occasionally make like a sound as they slowly begin to approach, kind of like it's like the group is like it fans out, but like the monkeys just begin like kind of like looking at the party members. Like there's just 3 of them, and they just slowly begin to like plod closer. It's like seemingly to like have some kind of like curiosity in you guys. As they're approaching, is anything done?
At this point, I'm gonna move closer to Ileana and just slightly grab the scruff of her neck.
That.
I'm sure that feels bad.
No, not the neck itself. I mean the collar. Sorry, my bad. I was trying to think of the word.
Yes, I know I'm a cat, but that doesn't mean doesn't mean Ileana is.
Well, do you mean like you're just kind of like putting like your hand kind of like on her shoulder, or like I'm confused? Sorry.
As in holding the collar, as if I were to run, I'd grab her with me. That kind of holding.
Basically, he's ready to just drag her away.
Yeah, pretty much. To be messy for a second, I'm ready to just ascend if shit goes south.
Thalia kind of kneels down to be more on their level so they won't feel intimidated, but they still know that, like...
Look, I am tall, but I am going to be one of you.
Yes.
I am tall, but I am you.
Do not tussle with me, but I will not tussle with you.
So
she lifts up her skirt a little bit to retrieve some hairy legs. Look, I am you.
She wears pants, you sexist freak.
If elves can't grow beards, do they grow a lot of body hair?
I don't think.
Good question.
I am personally in the camp of, just from what I've seen, that elves just have like no body hair outside of like flowing mane.
Yeah,
like
that's
excellent.
because I've never seen an elf with a beard.
I don't think elves can grow beards. I really highly doubt that they have leg hair.
Also,
like
I think I think they're completely hairless except for their heads. Also, I think that plays into the fact that like there's the natural apparent dislike between elves and dwarves. So that elves are just like dwarves are hairy as shit.
Dwarves are so hairy and gross and nasty, and the dwarves are like, ew, you're so clean shaven.
You look like a baby.
Look at your baby face. Look at your baby faces.
Exactly. Look at your baby faces. Yeah. Exactly. So Thalia,
the backside of my youngest sister's bone.
Thalia, do you like step to the front of the group or like to interact with monkeys, or what are you doing here?
She was already in the front of the group.
Okay,
She was
so
talking to Lucian.
Okay, cool. I mean, from my understanding, the position is that it was like Artis, Azaka, and Dragonbait towards the front, and then like Thalia had fallen back a little bit to talk to Lucian. But
Lucian had caught up to talk.
Thalia's the one who's leading us.
Yeah, that's good. All right, cool.
I'm leading you.
Dragonbait
I have
was
the survival checks.
okay. Cool. So Dragonbait and Artis were off to the side. Okay, that makes okay. Cool. I got positions down. Azaka's over by Artis and Dragonbait. Actually, no, she's just kind of in the middle. All right, cool. So Lucian is flush with Thalia. What I mean to say, Thalia, is do you take an additional step forward from the party to approach these monkeys, or are you just doing it from your front position where you were?
From my front position, I'm not.
Okay, cool. So make an animal handling check.
I ain't handling them, bitch. But okay.
Unless you want to use magic for it.
These
But...
ain't my monkeys, bitch.
Well, it's got the exact same anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. The monkey, like they kind of like stop for a second. They like look at each other, then they look at you, Thalia, and like they like, you don't like, you just kind of keep yourself like, it's like, I am one of you. I am like it's fine. Don't worry about it. And the monkeys, they just they just keep like plodding up very curiously. Like the one of them plods right up front to you. One of them plods right up to Artis, and then one of them plods right up to Lucian. You do anything else, or you just letting the monkeys kind of like walk up and be curious?
I'm letting him just be curious.
All right, Lucian, are you just letting them be curious too?
Yeah, I'm very like specifically just kind of like standing still, like kind of chill, like just no big deal, not tense,
Cool.
not looking
Cool.
for a fight, just like whatever.
Yeah. So the monkeys plod up to you, Lucian, Thalia, and Artis. They kind of like reach forward and kind of like tug at your clothes and kind of like curiously look over you, and they just seem to be like plucking at your body. And Thalia, you're kind of used to being among animals, so you're not really paying it any mind.
This is just another Tuesday.
Lucian, you've never actually encountered like a normal monkey in the jungle before. So it's just you got this like monkey just kind of like poking and prodding at you, and you kind of like look down at it and are just kind of like, "Aw, you're cute." And like the monkey like looks up at you like and like raises his eyes at you, and you kind of like look down at it, and then Lucian, you just watch as like its face just like this incredibly malicious grin just suddenly spreads across its face with this like toothy, jagged maw. I need Lucian, Thalia, and Artis to roll wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Goodness. These
Better be outsmarted by a
smart-ass
fucking monkey.
monkeys.
A roll for Artis. That's a whiz save. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're okay. You feel like as like the monkeys like begin to like maliciously grin at you, you feel like your brain like some kind of like psychic force begin to like shoot into your brain. You feel like pressure and like pain in your head, but you're able to like push it off and like avoid any damage as these creatures that look like monkeys were attempting to psychically crush your minds. And now they seem outwardly hostile. Also, roll initiative.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Can I take this opportunity, since I was prepared anyway, to just grab
The thing is,
Ileana and
Ileana's
take
like
her
had
to the
her
sky a
eyes
little
tightly
bit?
closed. If you yank her, she's going to yank away.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
a sensitive bee. You can't just do that.
Like you literally just grabbed her out of nowhere, so she is like instinctively like she like pinched her eyes closed because she's just like, oh god. And if you yank at her, she's going to yank away like, no!
No, I just want to protect the babe.
She's a big girl.
No, she's
Okay.
not.
Oh,
She is. She's
a lot of fives in the initiative. Oof. Ava rolled a what now? What did Ava roll for initiative?
Oh, I didn't fucking hold on.
Roll Ava's initiative, please. 10 for Ileana. And now that you guys... Okay, that's a 17 for Ava. Now that you guys... Let's change the music, first of all. Let's get those drums back, you guys.
Oh boy.
Alright, at the very least, since I was prepared to ascend to the sky, and regardless of how Ileana's feeling about it, can I just say that I'm, like, 30 feet up, or would that have to be my roll?
Yeah, you'd have to... from my understanding, you were on the ground, so you'd have to do that on your turn just to fly up 30 feet.
Alright.
Cool. Okay, cool. That leaves... I think I got everybody. Ack, what'd you roll? That's a 6. Okay, cool. And now that you guys know what they look like, let me share their handout. Also, I'm going to move us over to a tactical board here in just a second.
Okay.
Player handouts. Creatures, monsters. You've not encountered these before, but since Ava would know of them through her readings, I don't mind you guys seeing the name. That's what they look like.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck, alright.
Thanks, I hate
These are
it.
creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I dislike it very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't hear any battle music, by the way.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's being super quiet.
And also, none of us are in the turn order thing. That's just me.
We don't have tokens to select.
We don't have
so-
tokens to select on them, so
Yeah,
We're
it's-
just using our
I
imagination
I
for
have
where we are.
I have the well actually I have a combat board set up for you guys.
he's gonna have to like put it. Like,
Yeah, I have the initiative order right here, so I can see it. And I'm gonna call it out. So there's the positioning there. Let me scroll over on the stream page so y'all can see where you are. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. The 3 Sioux monsters staring you guys down. ready for
Okay.
some combat. I need to add them to the initiative order. That's the one thing I forgot to add. Cool, 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 cool. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Did they get 0? Fuck yeah.
Initiative for artists is 8, and Dragonbait's initiative is yeah, public roll please, is 16, and then the Sioux monsters, their initiative is 19. Oof. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
fuck.
Oh, no.
Big oof.
Big oof. All right, so numerically descending. That means the Sioux monsters get to go first. After their surprise round, they are going to attack you guys
Just
again.
get 2 extra rounds.
Essentially, yeah, they got their surprise round and then they get their base initiative round. I'm cranking up. Can you hear the drums?
Mhm.
Nope.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
I can.
All right, well, whatever.
Oh, now I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
I
you
can
go.
hear it.
Okay, cool. So, I need to roll 3d6 real quick. Okay, just to double check the abilities. Ooh, that is, none of them got, okay, cool. So, I am confusion. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, it is going to attack y'all. First one's going to attack Lucian. So that is going to be. It's using its multi-attack against you, Lucian. So that's going to be. The first attack is going to be with its bite as it lunges towards you. That is a 13 to hit.
No.
Alright, cool. Then it's going to rake at you with its claws. That is a 9 to hit, so that does not hit.
For a second there, I forgot that armor class was a thing, and I thought you just flat out refused. Like, no.
I refuse to die.
Not
We're
not
not
today,
fucking up
sweaty.
again.
Against Thalia, it's going to be a bite. That is a 17 to hit.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Okay, so you're completely caught off guard here as they attack you. This new monster lunges forward and bites you. You take 4 points of piercing damage, and then it follows up with just savage 2 swipes from its claws. That one also hits, and as it rakes into your form, you take an additional 5 points of slashing damage on this attack round from that one.
I look so hurt because humans have betrayed me, but animals have never betrayed me.
It's a sudden attack. Then it's gonna go against Artis.
No, that's a big move right there.
That hits, and then its claws against Artis. Miss. So it's just gonna deal. Artis takes 4 points of damage. All right, cool. That is the Sioux monster's attack. The one that assailed you, Thalia, is going to back up, so you can get an attack of opportunity against it if you want.
Okay, yeah, freaking, I'll destroy it. I guess I'm going
Actually,
to
no,
be-
it's not gonna back up yet. It's actually gonna move. It's actually gonna. I'm gonna say that there's like just vegetation nearby, because it's the dense jungle. He's going to run up over here, and just scurry up a nearby tree, and then just begin hanging from one of the branches with its tail, and that's its full movement, and that's its turn. So you do not get the attack of opportunity. It just scurried
You're
up.
stupid.
It just scurried up a tree and then.
Rolls.
Yeah, it scurried up a tree and then begins hanging from its tail from a nearby tree branch. That's its turn. And the other guys are. That's the other Sioux monster's turn. So it's Ava's turn.
Yay.
Okay, Ava, let's freaking do this. Okay, this is Thalia's. Okay. So, what's her freaking movement? Whoa, her movement speed is 40? Kidding me? That can't
Yeah.
be right.
Nope.
Seriously?
Monks get faster movement speed as they level up.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess she'll go to.
She's the fastest turtle alive.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my god. Well, soft shell turtles are pretty fast, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what type of turtle she is though.
Now I'm just imagining
okay.
Ava on all fours wiggling as she moves over the speed of light. Just
No,
Yeah.
she just recedes into a shell and rolls. Like Sonic style.
Oh,
That hits. Roll damage.
that monkey!
Bam!
I'm assuming she's using two-handed, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spank that monkey.
So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage to the Sioux monster.
Yeah.
She runs
you-
forward. Yeah, what's up?
Are you aware if she has multi-attack or not?
She does.
She does not have multi attack like she doesn't,
Ah.
but she does. Well, no, as a monk she doesn't have extra attack yet. But if you spend a key point, she can make 2 more punches at the monkey.
Yeah, why not? Whatever.
Well, actually, sorry. Let me clarify. Sorry. If you land an attack hit as a monk, you can use your bonus action to punch it, or you can spend one of her key points to get 2 punches.
Oh, so you can
I'll
just
do
punch
one
it once.
punch.
All right, so roll her unarmed attack.
One punch man.
That hits. Roll damage. Oh, nice.
Yes.
Another 5 points of damage to the Sioux monster. Nice. Cool. All right, so she runs forward, and this one who's like trying to attack Artis just walks up, whacks it in the center mass, and then just spins her quarter step around and just clocks it in the side of the face as it kind of howls and cackles maliciously. Is that her full turn? Do you want to move anywhere else, or is that it?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Dragonbait's turn. Dragonbait's gonna run up, and Dragonbait's gonna hit it. Dragonbait's wielding a shield, so Dragonbait's gonna do this one-handed. So that's first attack against it. Is 15 to hit, which hits, and then is another second attack. Both attacks hit. First one deals 8 points of slashing damage. Second one deals 12 points of slashing damage, full damage.
Nice.
Damn.
That's one hand. Wait a second. Yeah, that's damn. So that's going to be 20 damage to the Sioux monster, which Dragonbait just runs up and spears that one through the chest with his sword, kills that one. That's Dragonbait's turn. Ilyana, it's your turn.
Because this is just because of her character, and because Ack didn't warn her before he grabbed her by the back of her neck, I feel like she's sitting there with her eyes like really tightly closed, and so she's kind of just. Is there anything I would need to do to sort of like break what she's kind of feeling right now?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you're able to shrug it off for the sake of defending your friends.
Okay, so she like yanks out of frickin' Axe grip and go over here. Nah! Runs in front of friends.
All right.
Uses her longsword on this guy.
Go for it.
All right.
That just misses.
No.
Ilyana, you run up, sword in hand, ready to help Thalia, and you swing, and the Sioux monster just like using it just like momentum from just being up in the tree, just like is like swinging itself by its tail and dodges the strike of your sword, cackling at you all the meanwhile. You see it has both of its claws and both of its hand claws and both of its feet claws bared and ready to attack.
I feel like the fact that she missed is not helping her at all in her with how she's feeling right now.
Probably not.
Oh, she's in despair.
Artis is gonna run over here, whip out his bow, and fire at the 2 that are, and move down 1. Fire at those 2. So that's going to be with his longbow. So that is first one hits, second one misses, third one misses. So the first one hits the first guy, deals 3 points of damage to one of them. He just fires an arrow into the one that you just tried to attack, Ilyana, and it lands square in its kind of behind it. He fires another one at the other one, the other one next to you, Ilyana. That one just goes long and misses. He tries to lump up a third one and fires it, but this monkey is getting a little bit more aware of its surroundings, and that similar to what it did with your sword, it just begins to like swing itself and have the arrow just miss. So that is Artis's turn. Ack, it's your turn.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Okay, hold on. I got Lucian. Okay. I use Bardic Inspiration on Lucian.
Cool.
I think.
Yep, so that's a D6
Yep.
of inspiration to Lucian.
Okay, there's that. Is that bonus action or actual action?
That is a bonus action.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna get myself about 30 feet in the air.
You fly
and
30
stay
feet
out
up in
of
the
it.
air.
That's me done.
That's your turn?
My turn. Can't think of anything else I can do.
Unless you want to attack, or is that it? Okay, cool.
I thought attacking was my main action. I couldn't
It's-
do that.
that
if
is-
I did
that-
Bardic
that-
Inspiration.
That is a main... Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
But did I mishear you or something?
Yeah, you
Okay,
must have
whatever.
missed. I said bonus action. It's a
Okay.
bonus action. So yeah, you still have your main attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna fly over to this boy over here
Go for it.
and just remind myself what spells I got. I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Lucian, you're up next after him. And then Thalia. Poor Thalia. Actually, no, sorry. Lucian, what's your dex score? And Thalia, what's your dex score?
0 mod 10.
And Thalia?
19.
Okay, so Thalia goes before Lucian then. Okay, so it
Shank
goes...
him.
That hits. Roll damage.
Fuck.
Alright, -4 damage. Cool. Okay, Thalia.
Okay, the distance right here. Stupid. Okay then. Guess I'll just use my spear on the bad boy.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you just you stab at it with your spear and the Sioux monster just grabs it by the shaft, yanks it from you, and just throws it back into the jungle behind it.
I just kind of look extremely upset.
It just kind of grins at you and makes this kind of kind of awful laughing noise at you. Ugh. That is your turn. Lucian.
I am going to use my action to disengage, move
Yip, yip,
over
yip.
here, and then I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Which is a bonus action, yeah?
Yeah,
And-
give me a second to mark where I'm putting it. Hold
Yeah.
on.
And if I...
Or it gets an opportunity, if it does get an opportunity.
it does not.
Remember that it doesn't? Okay, never mind.
Because she disengaged. Well, he disengaged, rather. Yeah, because Lucian... Yeah, disengage action. And correct me if I'm wrong, Lucian, but... you can also make an attack on the same turn that you started, correct?
I sure fucking can.
Then there you go. That hits.
Yeah, it materializes in the shape of a bastard sword.
Nice.
So,
which
here we
which
go.
which guy were you hitting? The top or the right one?
The southernmost one.
All right, cool.
That guy.
8 points of damage to that guy.
And
Or girl.
can you not add the 1d6 to that as well? If you didn't
Not to
die?
damage.
Not
Yeah.
to damage. Okay, my
To,
bad.
to rolls and saving throws and whatnot. Actually, no, you can. I believe you can add bardic inspiration to damage if you wanted to.
Oh, it says ability
Ooh.
check, attack roll, or saving throw, but
Are you allowing it?
It might be.
allowing it.
I think it might be a different bard feature because I remember somebody added. Wait, no, sorry, it's not damage. It's not damage. It is. Yes, correct. Sorry, I was confusing a different feature for something else. So, cool. All right, back up to the top of the round with the Sioux monsters. Oh, I gotta roll something for them real quick. Well, actually, just 2 of them. Okay, cool. This guy who's hanging by his tail is going to attack. He is going to attempt to bite you, Ilyana. Actually, this guy is going to run over here and also be climbing up into a nearby tree as well, just to be hanging from his tail. He's gonna. It's gonna go against you, Ilyana. This first one. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The other guy is going to lash out. Not the other guy. Same guy is going to lash out at Thalia. Not with advantage. That is a 7 to hit. That misses. And Ilyana, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh no.
Okay, cool. As you're distracted with the one in
That kind of fits.
Yep, as you're distracted with the one in front of you, the other Sioux monster is gonna psychically crush you. As you're engaged in combat, you feel this horrible, oppressive painful force just begin to rack your brain. You take, oh boy, you take 11 points of psychic damage.
Oh no.
And you are also stunned.
Well, it doesn't matter, because by...
You're stunned, which means that you're incapacitated.
No, I mean literally, like, I am out of hit points.
Wait, what? You should not be, because you guys have...
Oh, we took a long rest. Never mind.
It's been several days since the last combat, so yeah, you're still
okay,
up.
never mind. I'm losing my mind. I was like, uh-oh.
No, yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so that is...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you are stunned, which means you're incapacitated. You can't move, you can't speak. You can, like, speak kind of, like, falteringly, rather. So it's like you're just, like, you just begin, like, babbling and stuttering. And also you automatically fail strength and dexterity saves, and you can also try to save from it again at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Cool. But that was that one's turn.
Sorry,
And...
I forgot that we had taken forgotten that it was a couple days.
Mm-hmm. And then that's two monster, as since you.
I mean, I'm still not in a good place because of that 11 psychic damage. So.
Yeah, no.
I'm still not in a good place.
Just gonna run over. With that in mind, though, the Sioux monsters. Yeah, that's their turn for now. It's Ava's turn.
Well, I mean, she's pretty cool, I guess. I'll just put her. I'll just make her go here.
Mm-hmm.
And Smacky.
Go for it.
Wait, we forgot about Azaka.
Oh yeah.
True.
Azaka's not on the fucking turn order.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll add her at the end. Thanks for the bits. I'll add her at the end. Good to know. 9 misses.
Okay.
You can spend a key point to get 2 more shots, or you can just end your turn there.
How many key points do I get?
I believe she has them listed on her character sheet. That is
3.
She should. I believe.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use one.
Yeah, she has 3 key points because she's level 3. So both of those hit. Roll damage. First one's 3, second one's 6.
Starts laughing that she missed. Goes,
yeah, it's like cackles and then just gets fucking double punched right in the face. Yeah, it it kind of has that, like, it's like in the middle of cackling and then she punches it and its face just kind of like goes into like a surprise. Woo! Kind of look. Okay, Dragonbait's gonna run up, and Dragonbait's gonna do what Dragonbait does, and Dragonbait's gonna hit it with advantage because he's flanking with
even with
Ileana.
my messed up mind.
Yeah, it's still flanking.
Cool.
Yeah. Hits and hits. Oh boy, he's probably gonna kill it. That's gonna be, unless he rolls low, he's probably gonna kill this thing. 12. Second one is 9. He kills it. That one's out of commission. Kind of runs up, cuts its tail off so it falls to the ground and then just stabs it through the chest. Ileana, make a wisdom saving throw again.
Okay.
That's a 20. This time you shake it off. That was the end of your turn to shake it off, though. But you feel revitalized.
But I got a natural 20.
I know. Sorry, it's at the end of your turn. But I will.
It's at the end of my turn.
It's the way it says that you can make the saving throw against it at the end of your next turn. So it's like you in one like one.
So was I not allowed to do anything before I tried to do a wisdom throw, or?
Well, because you're stunned, you can't really do anything in general because you can just stand there and you can babble incoherently since you're stunned. And most of these conditioned saving throws, what happens is in order to save from them, it's on your turn you have to forego an entire turn to try and shake it off. And that's kind of what makes them so hindered. That's what makes them hinder you so bad. Is it you lose a turn in the initiative order essentially. But you shake it off, and it actually, because you rolled natural 20, it didn't bother you at all. You actually don't feel like a lesser person because of this. You feel greater, actually. You actually feel like you're coming out of this experience. You feel like the psychic crush it did to you almost rebooted your brain a bit and got those proper chemicals pumping through, so you're feeling a little peppier than you were 5 minutes ago.
You were like, I'm better than this stupid monkey.
Okay.
That is Ileana's turn, because condition effects suck ass. Artis, run over. Artis is going to just fire 3 arrows at ya boy. Hits. 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 5, 10, 15, wait, oh, 20 damage total. Yeah, he kills that one. The one that psychically crushed Ileana. Just a volley of just 3 arrows, just one, just hit it square in the chest, and it just hangs there for a second, and then just falls to the ground, no longer moving.
Well, that was fun.
Like Artis just pants, like puts the bow back on his, straps the bow back to him, and walks over to you, Ileana, puts a hand on your shoulder, like kind of like shakes you like a little bit, just to make sure you're all reoriented again. He goes, "Kid, you okay?"
And she just kind of like moves his arm like off of her shoulder, like very slowly, but nods her head like, yes.
All right. Well, we should keep moving.
Thalia looks like stunned, like she still can't believe what just happened. And she just kind of like silently goes, finds where her spear was tossed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll call.
You find
roll
it.
call. Who needs some healing?
Me.
All right, come here.
Okay, I get my spear and then I come over.
I'm gonna just wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody else?
I'm fine. And Lucian kind of like dismisses the sword with like a little flourish.
Mm-hmm. I lost almost 10 hit points.
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which one's my spellcasting ability modifier?
It's
Ileana actually
your
might cast
spellcasting ability
Cure Wounds on
modifier
herself.
is your charisma.
Wow.
All right, go for it.
Charisma.
So you add
She
a
actually
plus
does
whatever your
fire.
charisma is to it.
Okay. 1d8.
It's 4 hit points to Ileana from Ileana, and then Ak.
Like,
5.
Jesus,
5,
normally
6,
wouldn't-
7. That's 8 right there. So you've been healed 8 points, dear fucking Thalia.
Okay, cool, thank you.
And as you guys recuperate from the battle and lick your wounds, we're going to take a break.
Yay,
Ooh.
break!
So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. And we shall continue the adventure. Bye.
Go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Don't ever do that again.
Welcome back. We're going to continue our adventures through Chult. And let us... so you guys just defeated the Sioux monsters. So this is that aftermath. As you guys are healing yourself from the battle and getting ready to continue on to your destination for the day. What's the marching order? Because I know Thalia is at the lead.
I'll be kind of beside / slightly behind her, I guess.
Okay. Azaka is just it's kind of just straggling along the side, just kind of keeping out. Artis and Dragonbait take up the other side. I assume Ak and Ava are kind of towards the back.
Yeah, Axe, like right in the back.
And Ileana, whereabouts are you?
I guess they'd put her in the middle.
Okay. I mean, it's wherever you want to go. Do you want to be in the middle, or do you want to be somewhere else?
I mean, I feel like she'd want to be, but everyone's probably pushing her like, no, stop.
Here, on the map, just tell me kind of like where she would be. Or is that good where it is?
Meh.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, she's there then. Ak immediately just assumes position.
No! Meh.
That wasn't what I was doing. We were going back. I said Axe was at the back, so I'm putting up the back. What the fuck?
way at the back. Whee! He's like flying, and he just like a part of his shirt just gets caught in a branch, and he just gets choked out and gets left behind.
And then they just keep, they just keep moving. They just, the wind's kind of loud today.
Me trying to yell at them. Stop!
Nice. Okay, I'm putting Ack back where he was. What's that radius around you, Ack?
Oh, that was just me yelling.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Okay, cool. So after fighting the Sioux monsters, you guys continue on through the jungle. About midway through the day, you know, things have been a little, not necessarily like a little too quiet, but things have been quieter than they usually are. And it's just like this part of the jungle just seems a little bit eerier. Like not like everything seems to grow as usual, and you don't see anything oppressive about this space. It's just something just feels wrong about being where you currently are. And
That's good.
about midway through the day, you guys smell. You catch the scent of what's like rot, the smell of death on the air, and you can hear nearby just this kind of faint sounds like something plodding through the nearby jungle.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my hand out silently as if to say, like, stop. And then I'm gonna do a sort of nature check to try and figure out, or whatever check it would be, to try and figure out where it is so that we can head in the other direction.
Okay, cool. Make a nature check, and also, I'd say that if you wanna... Actually, go ahead and make a nature check first. It sounds like a dinosaur, for sure. It sounds like some kind of dinosaur approaching. The gait is very slow and sluggish, and it's coming from about over here. Like in that direction. Yeah. And it's close.
It's probably a quadruped and or so we probably don't have anything to worry about, but they will still kill us.
It sounds like a quadruped.
Yeah, so let's we'll head in the other direction anyway, this way, because they will stomp us.
Very, very quickly, just because of kind of the uneasy feel and the
Is
smell
getting
of
closer.
rot, I am going to use my Eyes of the Grave feature, which lets me sense the presence of undead and know where they are exactly within 60 feet.
Great. There is an undead exactly 20 feet from you guys behind a thick of shrubbery, approaching quickly. When I say quickly,
We should go.
Good thinking. Let's go.
I'm going to...
Well, apparently I've got a fucking grenade now, so let's use that.
Wait, since when do you have a grenade?
I don't fucking know. It's on my character
You
sheet.
used
Take it
it
off.
on the freaking icon.
your
Hold on, I'll
character
fix
sheet.
it.
It's on my, no, it's on my fucking token.
I'll fix it.
I see it now.
I put it there. Guilty.
Fucks.
Okay. You guys just begin bolting, and, coming around just kind of the edge of this shrubbery, you can see it. It can see you now. You see, indeed, a quadruped low to the ground, an ankylosaurus, which is the low to the ground spiny boy that has the long bludgeoning tail. Yeah, the bashing tail. Except its flesh is kind of melted off of it's kind of like melted and hanging off of its body.
Dinosaur.
It's mostly skeletal, and it can indeed see you guys.
Oh, it's an undead dinosaur!
So I
It's
need
the coolest and the most terrifying thing.
a whole new round of initiatives rolled.
Hey, we just said we were running away. We're not fighting it. You
Indeed,
just made it show up.
it was within 20 feet of you guys,
Catch up.
and since I'll say you guys ran to about here before it saw you, and now it's just like, oh, cool,
Off.
targets.
Fuck off.
Yes, it can see you.
This is an herbivore, isn't it?
Yes,
It
but
is.
I'm dead.
Well, freaking doesn't mean its diet's changed.
Even vegan zombies will eat flesh.
That's a great
Vegan
point.
zombies don't have a lot to choose from. Everything dies when they get near it.
Roll the
So
fucking
it might
3
well
for
eat
its
something
initiative.
that won't move, or it'll last a little bit longer than actual leaves.
Ileana's a 13, Lucian's a 3.
I don't have a worse initiative than him.
Let's see. What's your... It has... Yeah, no, you don't have a worse initiative, so you actually go before it. The Ankylosaurus gets to act last. I will say, since it is the last in the turn order, is everybody devoting their turn to just running, or are you guys, or is anyone gonna fight it?
I'm gonna do something else. I am going to give me a second to click on the thingy.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to use my turn undead.
Oh boy,
Good idea.
sounds
Ooh.
fun.
And I'll move closer to it if I need to get that to work. So I'll
Okay.
advance.
Can this creature be charmed? Do we know?
You don't know.
Oh.
Okay, that's Artis's initiative. I feel like everybody got their initiative in, right? What did Ak roll for initiative? Yeah. Okay, everybody's in. Including Ava. Did someone roll for Ava?
Yeah, I did.
She's up there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
she-
14.
Ava got 4.
I already
Okay.
changed it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Good to
did
know.
for you.
Good to know. Awesome. Okay, cool. So then it would go Artis and Dragonbait, and then Ava, and then Ilyana, then Thalia, and then Ak, and then Lucian, and then the Ankylosaurus. Is anyone else except Lucian wanting to do anything except run?
I mean,
yeah,
if Lucian isn't running, then Ilyana isn't gonna run either.
I'm trying to make it move away from us so that we can get away faster.
I kind of want to fight it.
No, we're not
I-
going to
I-
fight it.
Like, if everybody else is leaving and Lucy's like, we're trying to get away, like, I feel like Ilyana's just, like, shaking her head, like, then we're not leaving you behind to do that. We can stay together, okay?
We're not going to leave Lucian behind. We're just going to distract it.
If this
I'll-
works, I'm sprinting after you.
I'm
And
going to...
If
Look,
it doesn't,
Ilyana,
She downright shakes her head, like, mm-mm.
Ilyana, you go ahead. I will use poison spray and make sure Lucian gets away safely. I know these woods. Well, I don't. But I basically do because I've been getting over 20 on survival
She just
checks.
continues to shake her head, like, no.
Ilyana,
Okay, so what I'm hearing is the group's not running away. Okay.
Trying to make
Boy.
it easier for everyone to run away, you fucking idiots.
So
Completely in character.
if people want, what you can say is that you are holding your action to do something if Lucian's plan works. If it works, then y'all can just run away. But
Yeah.
but if it doesn't work, you can all hold an action to attack the thing.
Yeah!
Okay,
I'm
cool.
cool with that.
Cool. So specifically, I'm going to line ask you guys what you're going to hold. You don't get to hold multi attack. You get to hold a single action to fire, and that's you don't get a whole turn. You are foregoing your turn to hold a specific thing. It can be like a spell, it can be an attack, whatever. But if the circumstances are met, you guys all take that. So Artis is going to ready his bow with an arrow. Dragonbait is going to draw his blade.
Also, I feel like
and-
we should probably put on battle music now.
Yeah, now's a good time for that. Let's do that.
Yeah!
Let's get those drums. And for maybe they'll actually be here. Drum time. Those drums are really quiet and I do not know why. I don't know how to fix that. For some reason it was working fine before the stream. But now for whatever reason, the drums are just like, nah, it's fine. Okay, cool. I'll crank it. Okay, cool. So okay, Dragonbait's going to hold an action to just run in there. Ava, what's Ava's held action?
I don't freaking have one.
Okay, cool. What's Ilyana's held action?
If this doesn't work, then she's probably gonna, can I move that far? How far is it?
It's about 25 feet from you.
Okay, so I can make that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can make that.
You can move for held action. I will allow, because you guys are out of range of it for our
Yeah,
melee
'cause-
guys.
Yeah, if I go in there for a melee, then I'm going to use Divine Smite.
Okay, cool. So you're holding your Divine Smite on it. Okay, cool.
Like,
Then-
basically, like, y'all can already see that her sword is starting to glow.
Thalia, what is your held action, if you have any?
Bows and arrows.
Bows and arrows, my dude. Okay, cool. Ak, what's your held action?
Cast suggestion on it and tell it to run the fuck away.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, Lucian, you want to do turn undead? So I'm
Yes,
going to have it
indeed.
roll a wisdom save. And that is against a DC of what?
14.
14. Yeah, it fails. Yeah, that's
Yes!
it does not have a high wisdom. So as it sees you and begins to charge, Lucian, you get yourself in front of the group and wield your holy symbol in front of you, and it glows in a burst of light. You watch as just the undead Ankylosaurus just recoils and thrashes and just turns around and just goes fleeing off into the jungle.
Oof.
Yes!
Encounter.
Lucian is actually laughing.
Yes!
Oh my god, I love it.
I'm ecstatic.
If I were
Just
any other
like-
character, I would walk over and slap your ass. But since I'm not,
It's the laughter of a person who just looked death in the face and is alive to tell the tale. I'm so relieved that this worked.
Ellie
Please,
goes
let's
over and
see
pats
someone
Lucian on the
Lord.
back. A
Thank
hearty
you,
pat on the
Lord.
back. She says, "Good job."
Act
Okay.
happily plays Despacito on the lute.
God damn it.
All right.
Liliana just gives like a semi smile.
And if you don't know what, for those of you who doesn't know what Turn Undead does, just to be more specifically, essentially you just force undead to just run the fuck away as their entire turn. It's just run away from you.
I'll boop it into the chat. I'll boop it into the chat again so people
Yeah.
can see it.
Yep.
Whew.
Cool. All
That
right.
being said, it only lasts for 1 minute, so we should go. Like now. Like
Yeah. And you
A while
guys
ago. Let's go.
you guys take off and run. And you
Jesus.
guys get
Yum.
You guys run enough distance, bobbing and weaving through the trees, to reasonably say that you're probably out of danger for the time being.
I can't believe
So-
that worked.
well,
Lucian,
I'm very glad
I-
it did, huh?
Lucian, if you had lips, I'd kiss you. So
He
you probably
has
tell
lips.
enough.
I think you've got it mixed up.
If I what did I say?
You said if Lucian has
Yeah,
lips.
if I had lips, you'd kiss me. In which
Oof.
case, I guess pucker up. Come on.
All right, come on, fucker.
No, don't.
I'll give you a peck on the cheek.
Lucian will do like the pseudo-European thing, just cheek, kind of. Okay, that works.
I'm just picturing this incredibly badass thing where Lucian just goes cheek, holy fucking chant, let's move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know me so well. Let's roll.
Let's
Ghibli
roll.
hair floof that then proceeds to go.
Yep. Flips the big old mane of white hair and continues onward. Great. Love it. Okay, cool.
But for the next 2 minutes, Lucian's hair is just, despite there being no breeze, just flowing magnificently.
Reminder that there is a magical item in D&D called the Cloak of Billowing, and it's a magical item that all it does is you can will it to just wave dramatically in a non-existent wind. That is a magical
Lucian
item.
needs it. We need to find
Yeah.
this. Fuck our current quest. We need to get Lucian the
Fuck the soulmonger. Fuck all that.
Our teammate!
Yes, but when we unpetrify him, we need to look cool.
Okay,
The first
so
thing he sees.
so you guys, like I said, so we still have one more random encounter that you guys rolled for the day because you guys got a
Bye.
packed day. So in the sake of expediency, so the entire session is just not like, "Ah!" Let us say that you guys continue forward and you guys reach a stopping point in the later evening in this thick part of the jungle and decide that now is probably a good time to stop. And you guys hunker down, you get ready.
It's time to stop.
It is time to stop. Exactly. And you guys are just kind of resting, and things are a little uneasy again. They've been uneasy ever since that Ankylosaurus encounter, and you know, you guys just feel like it's just not the best part of the jungle you could be in right now. Presumably, you're in some thick undead territory.
Great.
And
Because of that, I actually can use my Fey ancestry to sense stuff within 60 feet of me, including undead.
Fey
fuck,
ancestry?
Sane.
Or, sorry, is that Fey?
No, a divine sense, my bad.
Divine
my bad,
sense,
my bad.
yes.
Divine
Yes.
sense.
Stop adding tokens to AC.
Boop.
And
Yeah,
Those are
presence
these
strongly
ones off me.
registers on my senses. So I have the ability
There we go.
to detect the presence of anything that has been consecrated or desecrated.
I'm going to
And I
assume
also-
I'm going to assume you've been doing that non-stop since the Ankylosaurus encounter.
Yeah!
Okay, cool. I'm going to assume that because Ilyana's been very much on edge, she's just constantly been using her turns to just be, like, keeping an awareness of the undead around you. And luckily, so far, you haven't had any problems. But as you guys have camped down for the evening, can I get a positioning for where everybody would be in camp after you guys have, like, set down for the day? Just kind of, like, position yourselves wherever
I feel
the
like
fuck...
at that point, Liana's going to go do her little quiet prayers.
Okay.
Hello. The prayers.
Cool. Azaka is probably back over here skinning a boar.
I'm over here in the chat.
Yes, boar.
Artist from Dragon
And
Bait.
I guess I'll be sort of keeping watch over another edge of the camp because undead.
Make
undead.
Ilyana make a religion check. Lucian make a perception check.
Oh. That's new.
No, you're praying. Just might as well have you make a religion check. Okay. Ilyana, you pray. Doesn't really make you feel better, but it rather, that's not true. I would say, I misspoke. It feels good to, like, speak the words aloud, and it just kind of is like a weight off of you, but, like, you don't get any other gratification from the prayers itself. Like, it's more like just being able to, like, speak and breathe constantly just kind of helps you feel a little better, but outside of that, not much else really goes on. You don't feel the reassurance of your deity behind you.
Well, it's not my deity. I'm also praying. Well, I'm praying a little bit to my deity, but there's another one I'm praying to too.
Yes. And you don't feel that one either. Lucian, you're pacing the grounds, keeping an eye out for everybody as, let's change it to jungle nighttime.
Yeah.
So, you're pacing, and Lucian, something just kind of tickles your nostrils a little bit. Just a very faint scent. And you take a moment to, like, stop, pause where you currently are on the map, and address and stop fucking... Are they just saying bitch to one another?
It's completely in character.
Yeah, it is. God damn it. You catch a whiff. And not just Lucian. Any of you who have a passive perception of 12 or higher also smell this, but Lucian is the first to smell it, and therefore gets the first kind of decision of to how they will act on this, I should say.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Eye of the Grave feature again.
Sure.
Which I'll boop into the chat.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Yes. Sorry, I need to find this thing again. There it is. You smell just this foul, rotting smell. A little different from the general scent of death on the air from earlier, but it is foul. And you're doing Eyes of the Grave?
Yes.
And what's the range on Eyes of the Grave?
60 feet.
Okay, I'd say that about... how's that? I'd say about...
Sorry.
Yeah, I would say about 55 feet. And you can also...
So I'm going to be able to see that easily. Oh, no.
Yeah, you don't see this, first of all, Ilyana. Not yet, at least. But you do hear this. You can hear what sounds like movement through the jungle. Lucian, you attune yourself to the undead in the area using your Eyes of the Grave and feel... And within 55 feet, you feel an entity step into that range. And then two more, and then three more.
Ilyana.
To the point where they're kind of walking vaguely towards the group, but also passing nearby, and it is constantly getting closer. And the smell is awful.
Yeah,
I will definitely
stand.
call out.
Yeah, upon smelling it, I stand, but I'm like, and I look towards Lucian because I expect him to be better at watching guard. And
yeah.
I say, what is that?
Undead, moving this direction. How many did you say? Was it 5 or 6?
You counted a total of 8.
8.
Also,
About 8.
How loudly are you speaking right now?
I'm like stage whispering at this point.
Look at our ears. We can hear.
we have high perceptions, and like I'm like look, hold up like 8, like kind of gestured to sort of like back away and like this direction and like just get ready. Basically, I draw my mace.
Thalia nods and kind of signals to the rest of the group like, "There's a fight coming." She kind of like holds her arms out and like picks up her weapon.
Are you guys just hunkering down, or are you gonna try and hide, or what's the plan here?
I'm gonna back up towards the rest of the group at this point.
Act's gonna do that same kind of stage whisper thing to call Ileana back, to at least be with everyone else.
Will I move? But will I move?
Thalia's gonna
sit there and die.
No, I'm gonna move back.
Thalia's gonna climb up
actually
into
moving,
a
I was just
tree and
being a dick.
perch.
Okay, cool. So is anybody actually trying to hide, or are you guys just getting
Is there a
ready?
tree
I mean,
near me?
I'm in a
Actually,
tree.
there's a
I'm
tree near
freaking
me from where I
hiding.
So,
was.
Thalia, make a stealth check. I mean, there are many trees nearby, Ileana.
Then I'm gonna just hide behind one of those.
Make a stealth check.
Yeah,
Natural
I
20.
guess it would make sense.
I disappear.
Wow, abracadabra. Where
It's
the
like
fuck did you
Thalia.
go?
It's like your ears perk. You like look at Lucian. Lucian holds up 8. You like glance around real quick, reach up, and just one arm pull yourself up into the tree, and you're
Yeah.
gone.
And it's so sexy. It's really hot.
Oh god, oh, that's so hot.
Oh my god, I can't believe Thalia's hot.
I guess in terms of hiding, I would at least try and get under enough cover where I could maybe see where they're coming from, but not be like completely like unaware of where they might be. Yeah.
And I assume you guys had a fire out too. Cool.
Yes.
Someone can put that bad boy out.
Yeah, I mean, if someone wants to like,
Hey, artists.
yeah, artist can just like quickly just like aims the ring down at the fire and just snuffs it out.
Yeah.
Act just quickly
gotta
shoots
ask
himself
about that
into the
later.
air. Act just quickly shoots himself up into the air past the tree line.
Quickly shoots himself.
Oh god.
Lucian, you ready your weapon and like crouch down, Gary, to like, and you just hear this very loud, very distinct, as you like look down, and a dry branch that you just stepped on just snapped. And you hear it echo, and then you stop for a second, you hold your breath, and the footsteps you heard approaching are just gone. You don't hear them anymore, but then you do hear very faintly. And coming out of the tree line, you see,
Jesus fuck!
you see a group of 7 ghouls,
Oh,
led
That's too many.
by
many.
an extremely pale undead creature with a gaunt form and a long snake-like tongue coming from its distended jaw.
I can't
all of
believe
them,
we're getting a full team wipe.
all of them have blue triangles painted, upside down blue triangles painted onto their foreheads. And for the 3rd time today, I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh my god, this is the
Would it-
worst one.
Would it be meta to ask what kind of ghouls these are? Like, I'm not too familiar with D&D ghouls.
We can address that on your turn.
Great.
Fuck me running.
It's
I finally get a good initiative roll for once
fuck,
in
I
my
didn't click
actual
on my
life.
token. Can
I can
do
add
that?
I can add that. I can add that.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
Ileana, you're
Do
at
it
5.
also
Does
for
it have to be that one?
It does. I'm sorry, you rolled it.
Okay, the first one is Thalia and the second
Second one is
Ava.
Ava.
I
Figured
forgot
as
to
much.
change
Okay, cool.
Ava hit, right? Ava's not dumb enough to be out in the
Ava, make a stealth check. She probably would have hid, so make a stealth check for Ava.
it. Yeah, I just forgot. You know how it is.
Ava receded into the shell. They just think it's a shell. What's this shell doing?
Shell.
So she like
Dude.
stepped back a bit and like crouched down to get ready. So like some of y'all are hidden.
I want Azaka to just come out and be like, alright bitches. Cracks
Alright,
her knuckles
bitches,
and
get
do
ready for
this.
this shit. Yep.
Let's get ready for this shit.
I got a roll for all the new initiatives because you got a lot of NPCs in your party. And then let me roll Azaka's because Azaka's been here the whole time and she hasn't done shit.
Yeah, Azaka.
Azaka's
Get
been
your
hunting
shit
boars.
Azaka, get your shit together.
Let me get the ghoul. Okay, ghouls
Azaka
are.
got 4?
Yeah, she rolled real low.
Azaka's lazy as fuck today.
Hey, big guy, sun's getting real low. Let me grab the ghast,
Ooh,
which is the
wait,
one
do
at the
we have
head.
a higher initiative than the ghoul things?
So far.
Oh my god!
Let me roll for the ghast.
Don't fucking jinx it.
Okay, the ghast has a 16. I believe that's everybody. I think I got everybody on that list. Cool. Let's sort that out, going numerically descending. Okay, cool. What's your dex score, Lucian, again? Sorry, it's just a
10.
0? Just 10?
0,
Okay,
Mom.
Cool. So that means the ghast goes before you. Because it has high dex. Okay, cool. No doubt. Ilyana, what's your dexterity score?
-1.
Alright, so the ghouls go before Ilyana. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Well, that means, Thalia, you're first to go. Nobody even knew you disappeared. You just were gone.
Thalia's just observing.
Lucian is the only one that saw me go into the tree. Everyone else is like, oh fuck, Thalia left.
Oh, so no one got to witness the sexiness.
I
Yes.
saw the sexiness and I appreciated it very much.
I'm so glad.
You got a nice arm.
Well, hey Xander, if I cast
Yes.
a spell, that like, if I cast an AOE spell that's not on me, then would they even know that I casted it? Because I'm in the
Any action would make you would reveal you, because it's like, even if it's just an area of effect one, you're still like casting the spell from up in the tree, which in of itself, what's the spell?
Moonbeam.
Yeah, that, like, I believe that's verbal somatic for its spell components, which means you're
Yes, it is.
you're saying words and making gestures. So it's like, in order to do the spell, you are revealing yourself up in the tree. But you can, after you cast it. Well, actually, no. You if you were a rogue, you could try and stealth after that. But Moonbeam is an action.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that would be your turn, and you would be no longer stealthed. They'd be
Well,
aware
I
of
got a
your
nat
presence. up there.
20 on stealth. It doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, you got a natural 20 to stealth originally, but casting a spell reveals you.
Well, I'm still doing it.
Okay, cool.
We got a.
That's a 5-foot
800.
radius. So that's 5-foot radius. That's a 10-foot wide, 5-foot radius, as I recently learned.
You could
So-
just get rid of all of the guys, like, starting here. Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
like you can like
Starting
start.
here and go get all of them.
Yeah, I want to get all.
No. It's 5-foot radius, which means it can occupy that much space right there. So, it can
Like,
get the
Just, like, put it right here. And get all of these guys.
Yeah. If you put it in that middle ghoul, then yeah, you can get all 7 ghouls with that, except for the leader ghast. That you can do that, yeah.
I think that's the smarter move than trying to focus it on the leader. Take out the
Okay.
grunts, you know. So
Let's get out the numbers. Let's narrow down the numbers.
So let me draw a shape for you here for Moonbeam. That is Shift Alt for this one.
it is a circle.
Yes. So about that size for Moonbeam.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, cool. And then it is on the starts its turn there. They need to make a saving. Oh, yeah, con save. Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool. No doubt. All right, cool. Then on their
14
turn.
spell save DC.
Yep, and that's
Yeah.
concentration, so you're focusing on that spell.
Yes.
All right, cool.
And I'm still in the tree, so I should be pretty good from attacks.
Great, Artis. Okay, then that's your turn. Artis is going to run down here, and she is going to do what Artis does best and unleash a volley of arrows at the leader boy. Sorry, I'm getting some acid reflex. I'm like, oh hey, I'm trying to narrate. That's going to be first one on the ghast. That hits. And then the 2 below him, just kind of like firing at 3 different ones.
Why not just fire the one big guy multiple times?
He's trying to like draw out his damage. Yeah. So that one hits. That one just hits. And then third one going down the line. That one also hits. So he gets damage. The leader takes 3 points of piercing damage. Nice job, Artis. Really hitting the big bucks. Alright, the one below him takes 9 points of piercing damage, not bad. And then lastly, oh, nope, go back. Go back. Okay, cool, we're fine. And then lastly, 6 points of piercing damage on the last guy. And that's Artis' turn. It is the ghast turn. The ghast is going to move right up in your grill Lucian,
Oh.
and it turns, like walks right up to you, and the smell, this like rotten, decaying stench is stronger than anything you've ever dealt with, Lucian. You almost immediately feel like retching as it steps into your presence, and it doesn't like just like walk over to you just like wildly like you're the nearest target. There's like intelligence in its eyes, and it like steps up to you and like grins. It almost has like a look of just like try me kind of in its face. Nonetheless, it is going to attack you with its big meaty claws.
He's got himself
Oh, I
that
thought
big
you were
old
gonna
venom
attack with the tongue.
Yeah, I was thinking you're gonna give Lucian a big old lick.
Let me double check.
I don't know about for Lucian.
Yeah, it's getting you with the claws because it's aghast and it has reasons. The
I'm so
ghast
proud of
is going to. This is a regular attack for the ghast. What's your AC again, Lucian?
16.
16. All right, so that's going to be. Oh, why'd I roll damage? That's an 11 to hit, but you don't take any damage.
Yay, thank God.
Yeah, because it's just auto roll damage. And I don't like that. Don't do that again. It like swipes at you, but you just manage to step out of the way. That is its turn. Lucian, it's your turn. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw from the sheer smell of the ghast. Okay, yeah. So you push off this horrifying stench of death and manage to avoid being poisoned by it. So now it's your turn.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna fucking disengage like a little
Yay!
and just go zip zop zoop like somewhere over there. That's a good place.
Okay, go move over there.
And then I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon, and I'm going to cast it there and make an attack.
Okay, cool. And is it still a giant bastard sword?
It is still a giant bastard sword.
Cool.
That's Kalimvor's weapon, dude.
Nice. Yeah, I dig it. My favorite use of spiritual weapon I've ever seen was their spiritual weapon was a bust of Estelle from Golden Girls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
somebody with a statue.
that hits.
My kobold cleric, he has like spiritual dragon claws for Bahamut. It's pretty
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's 10 points of force damage to it. Neat.
Indeed.
And it doesn't do anything special against undead, does it?
No.
Alright, cool.
Actually, let me double check that.
Yeah,
real fast.
I would double check because after you it's Ack. And while you're double checking that,
No,
Ack.
it's not.
Okay, good to know. Ack, your turn. What do you want to do?
Hey, I'm up in that big beautiful sky up there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get my character sheet back up because I was focused on
Were
googling.
you did not
bastard
specify that
sword.
you were flying before this combat happened.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I
Oh,
chose-
sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the stealth roll. I got
Yes,
like a 20.
you're right. Sorry,
something.
I forgot about that. My bad.
Die. Okay. Just remember what spells I got. Okay. First, I'm gonna cast fucking bardic inspiration on Ileana.
Cool.
Ooh.
So that's another one down. Yep. Bardic inspiration on Ileana. Then, Can I go ahead and use suggestion on the ghast? Is it? Is it a ghast?
Yeah, the leader boy. Yeah.
Leader boy, yeah. Use suggestion on ghast.
Can you click the suggestion spell so I can read it real quick?
Yes, you can. I'm still getting used to it, so let me know if this is something I can actually do. I'm gonna try and suggest that he wails into the closest one, or the closest ghoul.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you like look down at the ghast, and how do you want to try and suggest it? Like, what exactly do you want to say? Like, say it in character.
Looks like he's trying to do your job for you. Kill him.
Like he looks at like you cast a spell and he look down at him. The ghoul like looks up at you, and then just goes, and just grins up at you. No effect.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think that's all I can do then.
Yeah. That is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
No, I'll try it.
All right. Dragonbait's turn. Dragonbait's gonna do what Dragonbait does best. Does best. Does best.
Dest.
Does dest. Dragonbait's gonna run on up in there. And Dragonbait's gonna hit it. And because these things are undead, he deals more damage. Dragonbait just charges forward, and amidst the smell of death on the air, you can just very, very also strongly counteracting the smell of death is the strong
The strong smell of lemons.
is the strong smell of wood smoke.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, the strong smell of wood smoke as he charges into battle. And Dragonbait's going to attack. Multi-attack. One-handed, because he's wielding a shield. And that is going to be first attack against the Ghast. That definitely hits. Second attack. That one also hits, so he's going to deal a lot of damage here. Hold on. He deals 18 damage on the first one. And Jesus. And on the second one. Yeah, so as this ghoul is like taunting you back, Ak, and he's like, it looks like all like high and mighty, Dragonbait just comes charging in, soundlessly just emitting the smell of wood smoke, and just cuts the leader down.
Nice.
And
Literally it's dead.
Literally, it's dead, and you watch as as his blade like arcs through the air. Like you've seen him do this a couple times against undead, against most other things, you see it just swing through the air and strike. As it swings through the air, there's just it just bursts with white divine energy and just really hammers through this undead abomination and just decimates it to little more than a pile on the ground. And because that boy is dead, that stench it was emitting slowly fades. Then that is Dragonbait's turn. And then Dragonbait's going to move one more space because he had one more space of movement left to get right up in the ghoul's business.
Oh boy.
And it's the ghoul's turn. And all of them have to make con saves.
Yay!
Or take 13 points of damage.
This is why it was good to not go for the boss.
Radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Oh boy. So this is con save on their part. Okay.
DC 14.
Yep. Okay. Time for me to go down the line here. Starting with, I'm going to go in order from what I see. Okay. First Ghast con save. Success. Takes.
Damn it.
Did it take half damage or no damage?
Half.
Okay. Cool. So he takes how much damage from that? The 13. That's 6. Okay. Cool. So because it's rounding down. Okay, 6 on that guy. Second ghoul. Con save. It's a 2. He fails. He takes 13. Next guy. Succeeds. Takes 6. Doesn't matter because it's still fucking them up anyway. Failure. Takes full. Okay, last 3 guys. Because you get all of them. Fails, takes full. Okay, last 2. Succeeds, takes 6. And then last guy. Fails, takes full. And that's just the start of their turn.
Get ready.
These 2 ghouls are going to rush forward. And they're going to attack Dragonbait in a frenzy. With advantage because they're flanking him. That is 22. That will hit. And then Dragonbait needs to make a con save. But after this claw attack as well, let's just see. Natural 20. Okay. So Dragonbait needs to make 2 different con saves. That's... first con save is... Oh, wait, don't roll with advantage. No, don't do that. Okay. Con save. First one. Oof, he fails. Okay, so you watch as the first ghoul rakes its claws across Dragonbait's form. Dragonbait's body just suddenly, locks up, and he's no longer moving. He's just paralyzed there, standing still. So he takes... first attack deals -7 to him. And the second attack, even though it was a natural 20 to begin with, since he's paralyzed, it auto crits anyway. So he's going to take 18 damage from that second attack, because that is just a lot of yikes. These two ghouls are going to frenzy rush Ilyana.
Wait, did they see me?
You were hiding, right? Yes.
I was hiding with a stealth of 14.
Yes, you're correct. And you haven't attacked yet. You haven't done anything yet. So
Nope, nothing.
That is actually correct. So they're not gonna bum rush you.
Yeah, I was like, hey!
Because they're not smart enough to like look around for a meal. One of these boys is just gonna run over to Artis. Actually, one's gonna run up to Dragonbait. And then everybody else is hiding or up in the air except for Azaka, who is just low on the initiative board, but Azaka's out of their range. So yeah, they're just gonna bum rush the nearby people. And these guys are just gonna crowd around Dragonbait and attack him.
No!
Yeah. And they're all, and if they hit, they're auto criticals. Unfortunately. And now that he's like paralyzed, they're all just like, with their teeth, they all just begin like biting into Dragonbait. So that is first attack against Dragonbait. Does not have advantage because it doesn't count as flanking. None of these three guys have advantage because they're not in a flanking position with Dragonbait. So that first one misses Dragonbait. Second one hits Dragonbait. Third one, actually no, they all, he doesn't gain the benefits of his shield because he's paralyzed, so he dropped it. So actually those all hit. So that is, shit, damn it. Okay, that is 16 from the first one because it's an auto-critical. 10 from the next one. And 20 from the other one. He's still up, but you watch as the ghouls just swarm Dragonbait and begin to just like eat him alive, essentially.
Oh, that sucks.
That's
okay.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it's a brutal sight to see. First ghoul is going to attack Artis, not with advantage because none of them are flanking. 16 to hit. Artis needs to make a con save. It's not one of his saving throws, so he just makes sense. Damn it! Yeah, he's paralyzed too. He immediately locks up. 5 from the first damage. The other ghoul's gonna just start biting into him. Auto crit and auto advantage because he has paralyzed. Even with advantage, that attack still misses. So that one just begins kind of they kind of like writhe over one another as they're trying to eat Artis. That's the ghoul's turn. Now it's Ilyana's turn. Ilyana, you are witnessing Dragonbait literally get eaten alive in front of you.
Okay, so which one of these is like the least damage? I guess I should say.
The one that looks like the most fine.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, the ones around Dragonbait would be this one down there.
Okay. Can I get over there? No, but.
You could get below it.
Wait, can I cross without getting affected by the moonbeam?
As long as you, it's the first time if you enter it, you will have to make the saving throw against the moonbeam.
Well, there we go. I can't do that. I'm not going through there.
Okay, yeah, then.
Because
yeah.
I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yeah, if you just want to like start attacking ghouls, they're like.
What I kind of want to do, can I yank him out of the way?
You can move to him.
Like, can I yank Dragonbait? Like.
Yeah, if you move.
And then use Divine Smite.
Since he's
like,
paralyzed.
Basically, I want to yoink over here and switch places and just start attacking.
Since he's paralyzed, I will let you just like grab him by the scruff and just throw him behind you.
Yoink! All right. Divine Smite.
Okay, activate your Divine Smite. What's that do? Full details of that again?
Divine Smite. Starting at the 2nd level, let me put it down. I can spend 1 spell slot of radiant damage to the target in addition to the weapon's damage. The extra damage is 2d8 for the 1st level spell slot, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher. Then the first, to a maximum of 5d8. The damage increases by 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend. So the extra damage is 2, and I get an extra one because they're undead, so 3d8 plus my weapon damage.
Shit.
If it hits.
So, yes, and for the record, that applies, that's per target. So if you hit, you can spend a spell slot to do Divine Smite, and that affects that one guy. And if you had multi-attack, you'd have to, like, keep spending Divine Smite points with each different target you hit.
I don't have multi-attack.
I know, I'm just saying, for the future going forward, bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna... Okay. If this doesn't work, can I retroactively say I'm gonna add my Bardic Inspiration?
Do you have Bardic Inspiration?
Yes, I do. You gave that to me at the beginning of the round. From Act.
He did. Yes, you could. If you miss, you can roll the d6 and see if you can hit. So which guy are you gonna attack? The one who.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip Skidoo. We can too. Oh, I don't need to use it.
No. So that hits. Which guy are you hitting?
So first off, I'm hitting
the most fine one.
The most fine one.
Go for it. He looks pretty sexy.
Because then somebody can help me out with the rest of them. But
sure.
Like.
Sure.
So, skip Skidoo. We can too. So, first off, it is.
Are you? I assume you're doing this two-handed.
Yeah.
Or one hand. Okay, two-handed.
Two-handed because she literally saw somebody getting eaten again. She's having traumatic experiences. Like, no, not again.
Okay, so that's the first damage, and then roll the Divine Smite damage as you flare up your weapon with holy energy to smite these fiendish creatures.
All right.
You ever just see something 15. Turn into ash like immediately? Because that's what happens to that ghoul.
Can is that any chance for me to use that to terrify the other ghoul?
I'm gonna say that because they're mindless enough. It's not that won't really affect them. They more understand. Oh, we gotta run, as opposed to oh cool, one of them died. Whatever, more food for me. It's kind of a ghoul's thought process.
You just gotta fucking punk them out by snorting the ash.
Yeah, exactly.
Right in front of them.
It is. Okay, cool. That's your turn then. It's Ava's turn.
Okay, we're...
Ah, shit. I was gonna have the ghouls move on their turn, but I can't. So shit, 2 of them are gonna be affected by the moonbeam. God damn it.
Haha!
Ah, tactical blunder.
Stupid ghoul. Time to smack.
That hits.
Yay.
Yay!
So that is a total of 2-handed, I assume, or you gotta specify. I mean, you gotta specify before you make the attack.
I did 2-handed last time, so 2-handed.
So that's 4 damage to this guy.
Yep, and I'm also gonna do 1 unarmed strike.
That hits. Roll damage.
I would assume so.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, Ava lays into that one. That one's looking. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow.
Yay.
What? Ava's two-handed modifier doesn't have her strength added to it. It's just a 1d8 instead of a 1d8.
Yeah.
Oh, well then in that case, that one's dead. Because it had 1 hit point left after that. So if there's any modifier damage, it's definitely deceased.
Yay.
We got 16 modifiers.
Hey, Azaka, go help Artis!
Yeah, it is Azaka's turn. So can Azaka make it down there? She can just make it. Rush on down there. Scimitars out, wind blowing through her dreaded hair. Azaka's just gonna fucking attack with her scimitars. With her scimitars. That is... yeah. That's 2 scimitar attacks. Misses. Misses. Both of them miss. Shit. Those 2 ghouls are in a feeding frenzy, and as she tries to, like, lay into them, they're just, like, managing to fend her off as they just begin to bite and tear bits of flesh from Artis's form. That's Azaka's turn. Thalia, we're back up to you.
Okay. Well, I might as well just shoot some arrows. I could do any of them. Are the ones by Artis, like, healthier? I'm assuming so.
Yeah, they look a bit more robust.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for them with my short bow.
Okay.
Oh, yay!
So it's like... Hey, Ack, make a dexterity saving throw.
No, for God's sake. Bitch.
So, Thalia, you like pull back the bowstring and your grip just fumbles, and when you release it, the arrow just like flips and just goes straight up. And Ack, you just dodge to the side as an arrow whizzes past your wings.
Thalia from in the tree. Sorry, that was an accident.
You know, I was starting to warm up to you.
Is that all you're gonna do on your turn, Thalia?
I can't really do anything else.
All right, then it's Artis. Artis is gonna make another con save, see if he can resist. And he is still paralyzed. Shit. Okay, Lucian, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to move my spiritual weapon as my bonus action and attack this boy right in front of Artis.
Go for it.
Hold on. Sorry. Everything's moving. Everything's wrong. I assume a 24 is a hit.
I would agree.
It's 11 force damage to the one in between Artis and I.
That one's
and then
dead.
Because that's not casting a spell, I am going to cast Guiding Bolt on the other one by Artis because he is having a hard time.
Go for it.
Yay!
Hits. Roll damage, and presumably if that one is also destroyed, just your weapon just comes in, materializes in thin air, strikes this one ghoul down, and then from your hand you send a shrieking bolt of divine energy that just pierces straight through the chest of this one ghoul, and it just crumples into ash again. It is thoroughly deceased. You are feeling for really connected to your deity today.
Yeah, I am. That's my turn.
All right, cool. Ack, it's your turn.
Fucking. Yeah, but I've been reading through everything, trying to remind myself what the fuck I can actually do. Alright, I fly over it, ish, give or take. And then, hold on, let me just read through it, make sure I got the details right. 15. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
That's 10 foot. So that will get
15 foot.
Okay, so that will also hit Ilyana. That'll hit Ilyana and Ava. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, in that case I'll fly. Give me just a second.
Yeah, if you move, you.
I got plenty of movement speed. I can move myself over here instead.
So you can get those two right there with Thunderwave.
Yeah. And then do the Thundy Boy.
Cool. That's a what saving throw on their part?
Finding it now. Each creature makes a Constitution saving throw on a failed save. Creature. Doesn't say where.
Click the spell. Just click the spell so it pops up in chat.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So we can all read it.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Maybe.
That's fine. Constitution saving throw on failed save. They take 2d8 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away from you. Cool. Good to know. Alright, so that's 2 con saves on their part. First guy against, I presume a 16 succeeds. And I presume a 15 also succeeds.
Oh,
so they take, so roll 2d8 and then they take half of that.
Okay.
And then they're not pushed 10 feet out of the way. It's 11, so they'll take 5 from that. Oh boy, that really fucked him up. Okay, cool.
Right. I can't do anything else, can I?
No, that would be your turn.
That would be my turn. Alright, so I can't use. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, Dragonbait's gonna make a con save to see if he can stay, if he's gonna still be paralyzed. Dragonbait's no longer paralyzed.
Yay!
But that is his turn. It's the ghoul's turn. 2 of them need to make con saves because they're in the moonbeam. because the DM made a tactical blunder and forgot to move them out of there, so
Haha.
2 of his ghouls are probably gonna die right now.
They're mindless ghouls.
Yeah,
I
they are
know.
mindless.
I know, but like...
Do I
uh,
roll damage for them again, or do you use the same 13?
let me double check what the spell said. It was on Moonbeam. That was... yeah, just new damage. Roll 2d10 again. I think both of them succeeded, though. With a 17 and a 16.
Yeah, they do.
Cool. 16. Well, that's still going to destroy those two.
Mhm.
They had 4 hit points left. Alright, so there's 1 ghoul left standing. It's going to look around and just see the target in front of it. And it's just going to attack you, Ilyana.
That's fine.
Yep. That is
I
a...
was accepting of this.
That's a 6 hit, so just slashes at you, and you dodge it, you back out of the way, and then that ghoul is just gonna start running away.
Oh no, you do. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do get an attack of opportunity.
Bitch. Bitch.
Roll damage.
I'm fueled. Bitch.
So that is I assume two-handed.
Yes.
3. You rolled a 3 plus your I don't like how it rolls this, because it just rolls the dice twice, and that's not my rule. My rule is you double the damage. So that is...
Okay.
Well, that's... You rolled a d8, which was a 3, plus your strength. That's 1 plus 2. I think that's just a 5 on the two-handed, because that's plus your strength, but didn't... oh no, it's another 1. Okay, oh, you rolled a 1. So that's 3, doubled is 6. So you deal 6 points of damage to it. Because the 3 doubled is 6. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you get a good old stab at it and almost destroy it, but it just worms out of your grip and begins to run. That's as far as it gets. It's probably not going to survive this next turn. So is Ava going to do anything?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I didn't get my actual turn though.
That was
just a reactionary thing.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
bitch.
yes it was. Sorry, you went right after that, so it was just like, oops. So yeah, it is now your turn. So it ran away. You pursue with holy divine vengeance. Make another attack against it. That
I'm sorry, I
hits.
just love that. I'm sorry, I love that sound effect you just provided there as you moved. Just all I can imagine is Ilyana just suddenly moving 10 feet, going.
Roll damage.
Like her legs aren't even moving.
She's just T-posing over there.
I'm gonna say this is two-handed, just 'cause I like the fact that you rolled a straight 1 because it had 1 hit point left. And you just run up two-handed, just run it through its chest, and you watch the ghoul just like lurch, coughs up a bit of bile, and it just falls dead beside the ground.
Ilyana is panting. She's shivering and she's holding her sword like.
Thalia mentally like, well, that's the most lively she's been in a while.
Yeah. You guys.
Do you feel better? Is it cathartic for you?
Well, everyone, I think we deserve a rest after that horrible day.
You know, it's a shame Fort Veluarian is so far away. There was a gold bounty on ghoul heads, but I don't know if I want to carry them that far.
No, I really would prefer not to.
Yeah, no.
Artis finally, like after a minute, just like is no longer paralyzed. And he just like drops to his knees for a second. And he's just like, I want to go to bed.
Good call. I'll walk over and help him up. All that.
Dragonbait is covered in just nasty wounds.
Oh no, Dragonbait!
Well, don't worry
allowed.
about it.
Illegal.
By morning, you will have none of those.
Well, I'll heal him.
Dragonbait just looks at you, Thalia, with just the most like just pity-filled eyes, just like, I am in pain. and you like.
How can you say no to
Try
the
to
best
catch him up.
boy?
She just says, she just is like, I didn't mean it like that. I was just metagaming.
He smells very strongly of ham as he looks at you with two big, wide, sad eyes.
It's okay, you don't have to smell like ham. I want to roll in medicine.
That's 7. Okay, so Ack dealt 7
Get better,
points.
you fuck.
Pep, 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 pep.
Cool. So you walk up, you help bandage some of his wounds as well. Ack gives like some magical healing to him to boost his hit points.
Thalia like, oh jeez, because she feels bad. She also goes over here.
And you, because it's right before the rest, this is a...
One.
Plus my modifier.
hold on.
That's 5.
Okay.
Hold on, I got an idea. Okay,
Yes.
Cammy, I'd imagine,
Yes?
is Bardic Inspiration still active at this point? Because the
Oh,
battle's
it is still
finished.
active.
So use that sweet D6, boy.
Yay!
Do it, baby.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah!
Cool. So you help treat Dragonbait's wounds. You bandage him up. Collectively, you guys get him to a better place, to where he just lies down, very sore, very bloody, and he just kind of like looks up at you guys after the collective healing, and just gives you this really meager like thumbs up, and he's and he he smells like honeysuckle as he just kind of like puts the thumb up. And he promptly goes to bed. And
He's such a good boy.
I assume, Lucian, you take all the ghoul corpses and throw them into a pile and burn them.
Yes, I do. I take them, behead them if not already beheaded.
They're not
burn
beheaded, so
them.
they
Say some prayers to.
Are you keeping the heads, or are you burning the heads as well?
Oh, I'm burning the heads as well.
Okay.
But
Cool.
yeah.
Extra
It's not worth
precaution.
dragging all the way back.
Cool. So you go through the process, douse them, burn them, and each and every one of you, a little bit wounded, except for Azaka, who hadn't taken a single hit, and Ava
I
and
didn't take
Thalia
one either.
and Lucian. You guys just you all make your way to bed for the evening, feeling a little nervous for the fact that you seem to be deep in greater undead territory, wondering what the next few days of the journey will bring you, especially since the last few days have been getting hotter as you approach whatever part of the jungle you're in now. And we're gonna end there for the night.
Assuming that's a long rest, right?
Yeah, a long rest, so everything's back up to full. So that's the end of the session today. Woo.
Yeah.